Hey. Hey gamers, how we doing? We doing good? Are we doing good? how is everybody today and this lovely warmish day? Ooh woo. Sammy, are you still Sammy's at work. This is supposed to be a sky day. Sob. It's okay. We're gonna go to court. Are y'all ready for this? I'm going as fast as I can. No, we're going to court today. I love this music, by the way. I tested, right? I tested this out to make sure it worked. Like, smooth it over. But like, this music is just like banging. Okay, so question for chat. Because I know most of you, if not all of you, have played a Zelda game because you're here in my chat. How many of you have played an Ace Attorney game, though? I got you, fam. Is that better? Is that music better? I'm gonna repeat my question. How many of y'all have played Ace Attorney game before? Only the first one? Is it still too loud? What about there? It's banging, but I want to hear you. Okay, good. Yeah, I want you to hear me too. Especially because if this is the Ace Attorney game, I get to read stuff. Astral's played the Ace Attorney game. How is it still loud? Maybe it's just you, Sammy. Okay, no, but seriously, does anyone else think it's really loud still? It really is loud? I want you to know it is really down on my end. Like, it is really down on my end. How can you guys still hear that? Okay, if I lower it a ton, you're not gonna hear anything. Can you still hear it? Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Where the what the fuck are you? I see the problem. Hold on. Where are you? Hello? Where is this? Okay, shut up. All right, you should be hearing nothing now. Yes? Where is this coming from? Where are you? You're not on the scene. Okay, so what happened is okay, so I was turning it down, by the way, guys. What happened is that there was a second audio source picking up the game. Where the fuck that is, I don't know. All right. Tell me, is that better? I'm gonna have to investigate where that sound source is coming from because there we go. That should work, right? Does that sound good, guys? That's why I was so confused. I'm like, what do you mean it's loud? I turned it down. God damn it. I'm being pissy now about the sound. Is this good? God, fuck me. All right, so apparently there was a second. I don't know what Discord farts is. What? But it's picking up the game for some reason. Why? You're supposed to be picking up Discord, so I don't even know. There we go. I got rid of it. All right. Anyway. Anyways, other than Astral, anyone else play an Ace Attorney game before? I have. I've played the original trilogy Ace Attorney. I have played Apollo Justice, and I have played Miles Edgeworth Investigations 1, and I'm going through the second one right now. So quiet.
Hello.
Hi. Do you think they forgot? Hi, Lai. Forget a royal visitation? No one could make such a blunder, princess. You blocking the dialogue, Lai! Well, I guess I should just go in then. Oh my god, a murder! Tala, no! Okay, if you've and Mala was caught with the weapon. Okay, so if I literally watched like a few, maybe 3-5 minutes of Vinny Vinesauce play this game, and I shut it off immediately because I was like, wait a minute, I want to play this myself because I love Ace Attorney, I love Zelda, this is great, and I'm playing. If you've played both games, it's gonna be, I feel like, more fun because you can get both the references, right? Anyways, March 17th, 9:37 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court Defendant Lobby number 3. You'd think that after so many years of doing this, I'd be used to the stress. Oh, there's the court record. Oh, it's the light medallion. The light medallion is my attorney's badge. What am I? Do I have pro? Melon! Oh, my longtime friend and defendant in this case. The victim, owner of Lava Ranch, Melon's loving father. Oh no! She killed her dad! No, I'm kidding. Okay. Okay, anyways. Guys, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be a lawyer. So why am I shaking? Gah, I guess it's a lot worse when it's your friend's life on the line. Come on, gotta look professional. She can't see it like this. Speaking of her, though, where is she anyway? The lawyer of time. Yep, we are the lawyer of time. Hero of law. Hey, you over there. Huh? What is it, attorney? The trial isn't starting yet. By the way, this came about because they, I think, decomposited Ocarina of Time, and people have been making a ton of different mods for Ocarina of Time, and so this came out of that, and I love it. People are so creative. But it will be soon, right? Would you happen to know why my client isn't here yet? Where's Melon? I didn't get to speak much with her when she was arrested, so I was hoping I could at least exchange a word with her now. Well, you aren't the only one with the idea. I believe she's currently in the prosecutor's lobby. I have no idea who the oh, well, no, probably Ganondorf, right? Ganondorf is the prosecutor, right? Right? I don't know who it is. No, wait, it's probably him. He wanted to talk to her as well. What? What is up with this guy? He bars me from the crime scene, blocks my detention center visits, and now this? Welcome to becoming an Ace Attorney, Link. Not to worry, she will definitely be here before the trial. Right. That'll be a joyous 5 minutes indeed. But there's nothing I can do but wait. Sometime later. Okay, this is ridiculous. How much longer can he keep her? Ah, see? There she is. No need to get all worked up. Is something wrong? Did I hear shouting? So much for looking professional. Sorry, Melon. I was just so worried about you. No. Don't worry. Everything's fine. This is Malon. Ever since we met in Hyrule Castle Town all those years ago, we've been great friends. Her heart's in the right place. I know she cared deeply about her father. Everything's fine. Why do you look so worried? Well, how did the investigation go? Did you find anything? Yes, the investigation. I found tons, groundbreaking stuff. Link, why you lying? Why you lying? Particularly that my opponent's a real scumbag. What did the prosecutor want from you anyway? Well, it was mostly just threats. Kept explaining in detail what will happen to me if I'm found guilty. Oh, that's so mean. Doesn't sound like a vital discussion that needed to happen right before the trial. Poor Malon. Malon's a sweet girl. Leave her alone. Why you gotta tell her all the mean stuff? You probably just did that so we have... Oh my goodness, talking. Reading? He probably just did that so we wouldn't have as much time to talk. I think my brain is going faster than my mouth. You believe in me, right? I didn't do it. I never. Of course I believe you. Although I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now. Ugh. What's that you got there? Oh, this is just a pictograph of father I carry around. I just can't believe he's gone. Look at the picture! Look, we got Ingo, Talon, Malon, and Epona. It's baby Malon and baby Epona. Wish I knew how to cheer her up right now. Ingo did it? Okay, should we have a bet? Should we bet on who did it? Who actually killed Talon? Well, you know what? We'll do a bet later. Hold on. You think Ingo did it? Malon's still a suspect, although considering she's our defendant, I assume she's innocent. The prosecutor did it. That is an option. That is an option. It has happened before. Epona did it! The horse did it! Not very good at handling emotional clients. Hey, you know, that pictograph could be really useful for the trial. It was Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. Oh no. Oh, how so? Well, you look so happy together. I can present it to show that you two had a great relationship. Really think so? Oh, well, here you go then. By the way, if you've not played an Ace Attorney game, I do recommend it. It is full of silly stuff. Or at least, like, watch, like, the movie or the anime, but I would recommend playing the game. Listen, I actually have been playing, like I said, Miles Edgeworth Investigations, and for some reason, that game relaxes me enough to fall asleep. If you could believe that. At least I'll be walking in there with something other than my badge. But wait, we shouldn't just be idly chatting. Anyway, there's not much time left. I know it's hard to talk about, but could you tell me what actually happened? I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story. I understand. Unfortunately, there really isn't much time to... The trial is starting! Defendant attorney, please enter the courtroom at once. Oh. Shouldn't have said that stuff about having no chance. Alright. Everything will be fine. Prosecutor has been playing me for a fool since this began, but sooner or later his arrogance will be his undoing. Let's head inside. My name is Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. 7 years, you say? I've won my fair share of cases, and lost some too, but this one is personal. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Malon's life, I've got to find out who did this to Talon. I assume, because this said Malon is 27, so I'm gonna assume, because I think they're about around the same age, right? So I think Link is gonna be about 27, so he was 20. But the 7 years reference, though. Talon, he was always so kind. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him justice. I can't lose this. I love all the Zelda noises. I know it's Ganondorf! Raru's the... Raru's the judge! I don't think this is fair to Raru! I don't think this is fair to him. The judge is a character. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Lon Ranch. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Look at him, it is snazzy. Should have been the owl. He's the only one that could do it, though. He really, yeah. No, wait. Couldn't you use the one old dude from the wait, hold on. This is a mashup again. I think the soundtrack to this game, by the way, is on YouTube. But yeah, look at him. He looks like he's wearing a look at his little suit. I sincerely doubt that. Can't get into. I'm trying to place what Zelda game this is, Zelda song this is. Is this inside the building? Like when you go inside somebody's house? What were they thinking? Pitting me against some pathetic kid. Yeah, Dragmire. Ganondorf Dragmire. Pathetic kid, what gives you the oh, okay. Now, still your tongue. I think it is, or the shop theme. Yeah, it's definitely like one inside one of the buildings. You bring shame upon the fine color of your hair, vile woman. Oh my god! He's so mean! Before long, the world shall know the horrible deeds you've committed. He is so mean! Let's not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin? Now, this court is no place to be exchanging insults. Says the king of evil, right? So that's the prosecution seems ready as well. Let's hear the opening statement. The opening statement shall also be the closing one. I love the animations because, like, Ace Attorney is not 3D animated, so this is a treat. The girl did it, it's obvious. By the way, who let this man have a sword? Y'all see the sword that's on his thigh, right? Who let him in the court with that? Who did that? That's illegal. She killed her own father in cold blood. So, also she could have the ranch to herself. See, look at that sword. That shouldn't be there. Oh, his laugh. I love this. Couldn't wait for the old fool to die naturally, could you greedy little rat? Oh my god! Oh. Wait a minute. Was that a Hylian? I was distracted looking at the... What's it there? Yes, there is a lady with a whip in Ace Attorney. You are correct. She shouldn't have had that either. I think it was Hylian. Was that Hylian? That looked like it was Hylian. I was really distracted. I was looking at the NPCs, and I noticed so we have Goron. I noticed Andrew. I noticed Zora. I noticed the little guys from Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks is in the audience on the right side next to Andrew. Oh, that's what I was distracted by. That's what I was looking at. So I was in... Oh yeah, I don't... And there's more on the... I said left side, on the right side. The dude's on the right side. I didn't see everything on the left side because I was distracted by the little dude on the right side. I don't remember what they're called. But they're the ones with the antlers. And they look like they're wearing like a snow coat. Those guys. Your Honor, you can't allow this man to verbally abuse the defendant like this. Oh, them. Yeah. Ha! She committed murder, kid. She deserves every bit of scorn she gets. Yeah, if you look on the right side, you'll see the little guys with the antlers. I was surprised because that's an awkward enough time. What are they doing here? I do believe a little less commentary wouldn't go amiss. Bah! I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all of the damning evidence. Who is this guy? How can he speak to a judge like that? Ganondorf Dragmire. Looks like I've been lucky to avoid meeting this man until now. The stories I've heard about him must be true. Look for Picori? I don't know what's on the left side. All I caught was a Zora on the left side, so I need to, somebody, look at his screenshot. A boorish barbarian of a man hailing from the Gerudo province. Apparently he prides himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades. All while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. I've even heard some attorneys refer to him as the king of evil. Oh. Definitely has that look at the very least. Who wears full armor in court? Very well, please present your case to the court. Listen, Link has a fair... rude with the boorish barbarian talk for a Gerudo. You're coming off a little, Link, but like, why is he wearing full armor in court? You don't seem to like me talking, so I'll just let the detective present the- Who's the detective? Oh my god, wait, I don't know. Guys, who's the detective? Who do you think is the detective? Zelda has to be the witness, right? Because we saw Zelda go in and see the scene. So Zelda's a witness. Please be Sheik. Who's the detective? Impa! Of course it would be Impa! Of the Sheikah Force! Of course it would be Sheikah. So you were... yeah, oh, fuck, right? Yeah, right? Like, oh yeah. Hey, Sammy, your guess was like a little to the left. Well, here we go, the first battle. I know Impa, she's quite a competent detective. Which worries me. Yeah, Impa is not Gumshoe. I love Gumshoe. He means well. Please let her have made a mistake just this once. All right. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. Oh, look at her little... Look at... All right, state your name and whatever it is you pretend to do. You never change, do you, prosecutor? Look at her hat and her coat. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's looking good with that coat, though. Any possible change would be for the worse. Now, stop wasting time. Name and occupation. Oh, man. Very well. What is with the hat, though? I think she looks good with the coat. I think she looks very nice with the coat. Why did we give her the hat, though? I am Impa, head detective of the Sheikah Force, Homicide Division. Oh, she's doing her little thing that she does in the game. True for now, at least. Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking. God, Ganondorf. You are the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom? Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement? I suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time, for the sake of a unbiased look. Please go ahead, detective. The incident happened early yesterday morning on Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castletown. The current owner of the homestead, Talon, was found dead in his ranch house. Who let her have a sword? Why is everyone allowed to have swords swords in this courtroom. Hold on. Is this the owl's theme? It's the owl's theme. Can you hear it, guys? Oh my god. I am so giddy. It makes sense though. The owl explained things. Detective is explaining things. Perfect. A tragic loss for our kingdom for sure. I have seen the man around Castletown a number of times delivering goods. Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we were alerted to the scene of the murder by the Royal Guard, who were there on official business. Official business? What kind? As I understand, the ranch provides the kingdom with vital services. To ensure it is operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the Crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year. I see. A scheduled annual visit. Continued Detective. When the Sheikah force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out onto the floor. Next to him lay his daughter, Malon, breathing but unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her as she was deemed the only possible culprit. That about covers the gist of what happened. Alright, I hope you... The way this is written, perfect. It is very good. Hey, I heard very good things about this, and again, I watched like 5 minutes of this with somebody else playing it and went, nope, I gotta play this myself. I hope you all were writing down all that information. I'm sure some of that will be important later. Very nice and... Guys, how do you read that? Whatever. Keep that up and perhaps you will keep your job. Oh, I don't think that the good detective here has to worry much about that, given she is the head of the department. Which reminds me, why is the head of detectives herself on a case like this? Succinct? Is succinct? Were the other detectives unavailable? Ah, that would be because I have been assigned to this case by order of the King of Hyrule himself. The king himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it? You are correct, Your Honor. I'm not usually involved in field work like this. This time, however, the king felt it necessary because of who is involved. And we saw who was involved. It's Zelda! That's why the king is like, this better be investigated by the top Sheikah! Give me the top Sheikah! Who is involved? Is the death of a ranch worker really such a concern for the king? Well, as I said, Lon Lon Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. But that's not who I meant. I imagine the king wanted the top investigations on this job because it was the royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene. Is that one of the jugglers on the left? Oh, scary music. Order! I will have order! The royal princess Zelda witnessed the crime? Aha! There you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words. To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty. This is bad. I can't really object to that. What medallion is he slapping, by the way? Is he just slapping the Triforce? I can't tell. Very well, if the princess is testifying today, it's better we don't make her needlessly wait. Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested. This is exactly how Ace Attorney goes, by the way. That was straight up Hylian. I love... Oh, look at Hylian in the top left! Look at the... It has the translation in the bottom. Oh, yeah. It is with regret that I agree with Dragmire. All the evidence points towards this girl being the culprit. We determined that the murder definitely took place inside of the ranch house. There were only 3 people on the ranch. The victim, the defendant, and the worker who has an alibi for the time of the crime. Ingo! The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. Alright guys, you ready? Press. Your Honor, I would like to submit these people. Well, maybe press. Sometimes we can press. Sometimes they let the detective talk and it's like, alright, moving on. Okay. Your Honor, I would like to submit these pieces of evidence into the court. Oh. First, I have the autopsy report, very important, performed by the Crown's top coroner. We definitely gotta look at that. Here's what we determined to be the murder weapon, which we took from the defendant's hands. So it probably has her fingerprints on it. To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its facility. Vicinity. Oh my god, whatever. I can't speak. Nothing unusual was found, but to be safe, we also checked the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. This matches the items we found on this ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it. Alright, we're gonna have to look at this. That does sound quite compelling. Alright, let me look. Let's see what we got. Autopsy report. Deep, irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. Victim died from blood loss no later than 8 a.m. Okay. But if you've never played an Ace Attorney game, it's so important you do this. Supposed murder weapon found in Madeline's hands, clean of blood. Equipment on the... Okay. Oh, Ingo did the inventory, huh? Interesting. Keep that in your pocket. March 15th, huh? Alright. If you say so. This must be a truly terrifying scene. Dying from a wound made by a weapon like this is extremely painful. I feel like that's stating the obvious. This only helps to prove the defendant's viciousness. Ugh. At this rate, they're going to paint Madeline as some heartless monster. There is one more thing I feel I should mention for the sake of completeness. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, the courier showed up to take some milk shipments. Of course, business must go on. Is this really necessary to enter into evidence, though? The shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning. Were the contents checked before you let them go? Naturally. Who do you take us for? I'm just asking. Even though the worker handling the shipments did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all the boxes open to check what was inside. What were you hiding, Ingo? In the end, it did turn out to only be milk bottles, so we let them through. What crime was being committed here? What real crime was being committed? Suspicious. Suspicious. Milk theft? Very well, thank you for your thoroughness, detective. Alright. Okay, hold on. Is it just say some orders milk that left the ranch a little after the crime? Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. They don't know his age. Jolly man who's presided over many cases. Damn, Ganondorf! Almost 60. Prosecutor assigned to this case. Alright. Alright, okay. Anyways. So, what happens now? Well, this is where I step in and perform a cross-examination. Oh, great! How does that work? Huh? Could you explain what you're going to be doing? Can't hurt to go over this again. Guys, do you want to know how to cross-examine? I already know how to do this, and I've been doing it in recently. It's not called cross-examine investigations, but it's, because you're not in the court. Would anyone like an explanation, or should we just go? I'm ready to just go, because I know what I'm doing. I played enough Ace Attorney, Sussy Baka, everything. Everyone's sussy here. Sorry, but there's no time for that. We have to get started right away. Oh, alright then. I'll just try my best to follow along. You know what you're doing. I sure hope so. This might not be easy. I should just keep in mind that I can press... oh, I don't know what button that is. The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. Bah! A waste of time. I wasn't asking you. Sincerely hope you're not implying the standard court procedure as a waste of time, Mr. Dragmire. In any case, we're ready, defense. Please begin the cross-examination. Alright, how do I press? Oh my god. They used the official artwork. Alright, okay. It is with regret that... Okay. I'm gonna press. Yeah! I keep having to giggle at everything. Yeah! Okay, what makes you think she's the culprit? She's just about to tell you! Keep quiet and I do this a lot. Right, sorry. Indeed, as I was saying. Press everything, guys. Yeah. And just how did you do that? Quite simple. There was no blood found anywhere else. Had the victim been attacked at some other location, we expect a trail of it leading to the scene. Couldn't the killer have just cleaned it all up? Certainly not. The path to the ranch house to Lon Lon Ranch is not paved in any way. Cleaning blood off the ground would require disturbing the soil. Naturally, we found nothing of the sort. Bah! There wouldn't have been enough time to pull that off anyway. Likely true. Right. It sounds like the location of the crime scene is pretty firm, but I'm not giving up yet! Alright, your next statement was there was only 3 people. Alright. 3 people, you say? I guess that would have to be Mr. Ingo. Let me stop you before you start getting too excited. If you had listened to the rest of what the detective said, you'd notice she mentioned an alibi. Yeah, what's the alibi? Indeed, we're pretty certain that the ranch worker couldn't have been involved. Well, what is the alibi then? You might remember that I brought up some outgoing milk shipments. Yes. Well, the worker, Ingo, was in charge of them. He left the ranch house first thing in the morning and was busy preparing the shipments after that. Is that so? Surely he could have gotten away from that for one really quick little... For just one really quick little murder. Bah! This wouldn't just be a quick little murder, as you so crudely put it. He'd have to take steps to hide his involvement, too. There's definitely not enough time for that. Unfortunately, I agree. Preparing a shipment is a lot of work. You have to milk all the cows, clean all the bottles, pour the milk out into them, arrange them all into crates, and finally load it all up onto the wagon. Do you guys not pasteurize your milk? One cheeky little bit of murder, just a little bit, just a tiny little, just a little, for a little treat, a little bit of murder, just a little bit. But my other question is, do they not pasteurize their milk? Usually I had to do it together with father to finish before the courier arrived. Carrier? No, I read that right. Oh, okay. The shipments were already ready when we arrived at the ranch. When we checked the boxes, they were all fully loaded with filled milk bottles. So this Ingo was able to do the work of 2 people all on his own. Isn't that a bit odd? Maybe they plug the milk into one of those soda stream machines? Doesn't that carbonate things? Ew, carbonated milk sounds awful. I don't know. Hold on, sorry, my heat turned on and it got really hot in here, so I'm turning on the fan. But carbonated milk sounds awful. That sounds disgusting, actually. Your words made me think of that. I'm like, Alright. Odd or not, he evidently did just that. Clearly, he's a man dedicated to his job. Carbonated milk would automatically spoil if I recall. Again. Gross. It sounds awful. I don't even like, I don't even like super carbonated drinks in general. They're too spicy. Oh, hi! Oh, you're one of the devs. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're definitely enjoying it. We love all of the like little music blends and all the like animations and stuff. As someone who likes Ace Attorney and Zelda, and Ocarina of Time being my first Zelda game, I'm enjoying it. Greg! I threw my controller, sorry. Oh, thank you for coming and checking it out. Yeah, so far we're enjoying it. It's so silly. Or perhaps the girl and her father are just very inefficient. This whole thing seems awfully suspicious if you ask me, but I guess I have nothing to dispute it with. Do I have? I don't have anything to dispute this with. Wait, when did he die? What day? It doesn't even say what day. See, I'm gonna be... The problem with me playing Ace Attorney is, like, I'm stupid. Alright, oh, by the way, we are loving, like, the Hylian, like, text popping up. We really are enjoying all little details here. We're a bunch of Zelda nerds. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who's bleeding out of the floor. Okay, I press every statement. This is how I play. Malon fainted? Correct. It was Colonel Mustard. No! There's no Colonel Mustard in this. Correct. We couldn't get her to wake for a long time. Eventually, we decided to administer a healing fairy so she could be questioned. I guess finding the body was just that much of a shock, huh? Ha! This man is so... He needs to stop. Calm down. Probably just pretending, trying to look like she had merely found the body. In any event, even Impa's like, stop. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon without a doubt. That's what was used to kill the victim. And how can you be so sure of this? Look at the autopsy report. Deep, irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. Dragman has beef with... He really does! He's just beefing. He just insults everybody. Like, he insulted Malon and we're all like, hey, dude. Whoa. Also, did he just pull that out of his pocket? I'm still questioning why we're letting this man in the courtroom with a sword on his thigh. The saw was the only sharp implement in the ranch house that could produce such a wound. And as I've already mentioned, we also look closely at all other sharp things on the ranch. None that have recent blood on them. That still doesn't necessarily mean the saw was the murder weapon. Maybe the real culprit hid the real one. Oh yeah? Prove it then. Show us the real murder weapon. It was... Okay. I was like, I'm not on the starting soon screen. Why does your Twitch do that? I guess Dragman just has enough clout with the judge to go. Yeah, he's got something to get away with this nonsense. You know what? Maybe the real murder weapon was the candlestick. I don't... Well, I definitely don't have any way to do that. Yeah, no, still something bothers me about that saw. So you have nothing? What a waste of time. What bothers me with the saw is clean of blood is what is bothering me. I noticed that earlier when I was looking through everything. Where's the blood? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna press the last statement because I pressed everything. Maybe the murder weapon was the friends we made along the way. Friendship is murder. Okay, I'm gonna press this last statement. She sure is. We've known each other for years. Link, that doesn't help. Yes, she murdered her father in cold blood. How curious. Perhaps you're just bad judges of character, both of you. No way! Just give me some time and I'm gonna prove it. Do you see anything wrong yet? Well, usually it's difficult to find anything wrong with basic facts of the case. That said, I do think I saw... I see what you did there. One small thing. Really? That's great. It sure is, because I've got to poke all the holes I can find before the princess gets here. Alright, this all does bother me. Oh, there's little check marks next to it. That's cool. Okay. Oh, here's the... I'm gonna guess... this... How do I... There's... Okay, how... What button is the present button? It's that one, okay. Objection! Huh? This seems like a fairly large oversight. Just want to make sure of something. Oh, he's doing the thing like Phoenix does. The state the state the saw is currently in is how you found it at the crime scene? That's correct. That's strange, considering how much the victim bled out and how deep his wound was. Why is there no blood on the supposed murder weapon? Ha! Is that all you have? Prescription model getting a lot of views. Huh? Objection. Nuh-uh. What do you mean, no? Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation for why the saw is clean. Of course you do. Behold, this cloth was found in the defendant's other hand. Oh, it's the scary music, guys. As you can plainly see, it is stained with blood. The defendant simply wiped the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement. Oh my god. If there's one thing I am so enjoying is the fact that all the models are 3D compared to Ace Attorney models. It's so, like... there's more animation to them. And to be fair, Ace Attorney's more... is a visual... Well, no, is there 3? I don't play enough visual novels, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if there's any with 3D graphics. If Malon was trying to hide her involvement, why didn't she just leave the crime scene? I can read. Bah! Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. Unfortunately for her, it just so happened that the delegation arrived quite a bit earlier than scheduled. In a panic, she quickly wiped the saw off and pretended to faint to make it oh, I can't read. To make it look like she just stumbled upon the scene. I was getting into it, and again, my brain moved faster than my mouth. Yeah. Young lady, things are not looking very good for you right now. The court accepts the bloody cloth into evidence. I love when the prosecution is like, ha! Here, evidence I didn't share with you at the beginning! Just so I can screw you over! So what's the story with this cloth? Well, as I was doing a final check around the ranch, I noticed that part of the fence around the horse paddock was damaged. Not entirely sure what happened, but sometimes one of the horses just gets a bit too rowdy, you know? Right. Anyway, I didn't want to bother Mr. Ingo about it, so I tried to cut up a new rail by myself to patch it up. But then the saw slipped and I cut my hand open. Oh, Malon. Baby girl. Oh, goddesses, are you okay? Well, it wasn't that bad. It did bleed quite a lot, though, so I used the cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going into the ranch house to ask Father to help me with the fence. Ha! A likely story! Can I look real quick? Found clutched by Malon at the crime scene. She's... Yeah, no, sure, Doc. A likely story. And impossible to verify now, of course. The Sheikah force had to use a fairy on the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. Nice, you actually noticed I said goddesses. Well, yeah, we're in Hyrule. My brain caught that. Most people don't catch it. They say goodness. Oh, people need to learn how to read. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. It made sense to me. We're in Hyrule, man. I do have to give her some credit. She's one cunning woman. He really hates Malon. What did Malon do to you, my dude? She knew that would explain a sudden lack of any wound on her hand. Oh ho, why yes, fairies are wonderful. Just the other day, I slammed my hand into a gravel and one... Oh. Rauru, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're playing this judge. I promise, he's not... He's... Oh, Rauru. Okay. Great. Glad to know they're used for such important things. But, dang it. Should have done the owl. Sammy thinks the owl should have been the judge. I think... But dang it, too bad there's no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth. Oh my god. Also, Rauru is the owl. Also, where does this fit in the Zelda timeline? That's a great question. We do got a developer in here. Hey, where does this go on the Zelda timeline? I do believe this matter has been settled. I'm ready to call my next witness. Uh-oh. Is that all I can get out of her? You've served your purpose, Sheikah. Be gone! Fine. But you had best treat Her Highness with respect, or I'll see to it that you spend the night in the dungeons. Do not presume to threaten me, Sheikah. A night of darkness and solitude would be nothing but comfort for me. Is that so? Then perhaps we should fill the dungeons with lit candles for the occasion. They're glaring daggers at each other. If this doesn't end soon, we're all in trouble. Order! Order! Oh, I just now noticed it's the light medallion on his hammer. That's probably because he hasn't held up his hammer. Look at the light medallion! I'm sure we'll treat the princess with utmost respect. You may step down, detective. This case has already made me very wary of all this pointless jabber. The time is ripe to deal the final blow. I call Her Highness Princess Zelda of Hyrule to the stand. I thought she looked different. Look at her. I say different as in she doesn't look like Ocarina of Time Zelda, but I mean, that's fine. She's still cutie patootie. Look at the baby girl. Is something the matter? Oh, here's the answer. In the Zelda timeline, it's in where so it splits off from Skyward Sword. It sounds like because the Demise's curse never happened. Alternate universe Ocarina of Time, where they have a proper legal system because the kingdom didn't get wrecked every 100 years. So pencil this in. It splits off from Skyward Sword. Got it? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for answering. Oh, did I even say what she said? I think she said, what's the matter? Why is everyone quiet all of a sudden? Ah, Your Highness. I believe we're all just a bit uncertain on how to proceed. It is quite the honor to have such an esteemed guest in these halls. Bah! In the face of the law, the princess is no different from a peasant. Name and occupation, now! The prosecution will behave. Mama Impa's gonna get your ass. Ganondorf, you need to calm down. That is her girl. I will not have any derogatory statements directed at the princess. Derogatory? I simply wish not to waste any more time. We must employ proper procedure. Oh, and we're about to have our first ad break. Oh, man. It is all right, Detective. I believe the prosecution does have a point. In the eyes of the law, we are all equals. On this stand, I am just another witness. I should not be getting any special treatment. Very admirable, Your Highness. We can all rest easy knowing that Hyrule is destined to have such a wise monarch in its future. Yes, indeed. Oh, Sammy! Sammy giving out subs again. Thank you, Sammy. That was so nice of you. Sammy, hey, you want to give me more? No, I'm kidding. Don't. You don't have to give me more money. I eagerly await the day when our next ruler takes the throne and reshapes the kingdom in their image. I don't like him saying that. Ganondorf, can you phrase that differently? Can you phrase that in another way, actually? I don't like how you said that. All right, I am going to stop right here for a moment because ads are about to start and I like to get up and walk around, and I encourage everybody else to get up and walk around because it's good to not, except Sammy. Sammy's at work. Sammy's already walking around, I assume, but like, squat. Yeah, I guess I can do that. I can squat real quick. I can do a squat. I can do 5 squats. You ready? After a word from our sponsors, actually. that's just our goal. Okay, I'm gonna be right back just so I can like walk around and go to the bathroom, and we'll continue this. All right. Hello. All right, I got squats I gotta do before I continue doing anything else. All right, so let me hurt my old woman knees. Not even that old. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. It's 5. Oh my god. My knees. My legs. Cause it's probably cause, not just cause I'm older. I'm not that old, okay? But, also, I have a very stationary job, full-time. And then I do a stream, and I'm stationary for that. I really want to wear hat, clown hat. I don't have a clown hat. I have a jester hat. Is that Zelda's Lullaby? Do you want the jester hat or the clown nose? Which one do you, what are you, because I can do clown nose. I'll do the clown nose. But I cannot do both. What's up? Hold on. Where is my... I can hear Zelda's Lullaby happening. It's covering my mouth. Hold on. Wait. I got this, guys. I'm gonna fix it. Hold on. We'll eventually go back to being a lawyer. I have to be a little silly. That's all. Alright, that's the best I'm getting. Let's, lawyers are clowns. Okay, I want y'all to know, I don't say specifically what my actual day job is for reasons, but I do deal with, documents related to lawyers. And, yeah, some of them are clowns. Some of them are clowns. I'm not gonna... Anyways, back to this. You flatter me, prosecutor. Now then, I believe I was asked for my name and occupation. I am Zelda, current Princess of Hyrule and heir apparent to the throne. Marvelous, Your Highness. Before we begin, I would just like to know, why were you at Lon Lon Ranch to witness this terrible incident? Ah, it is simple, really. Also, I hope the music isn't, like, too loud. Okay. Because all kinds of noises happening. It is simple, really. Lon Lon Ranch is Hyrule Castle's town's biggest food supplier. Not only that, but the ranch also equips Hyrule's, I can't read right now, hold on. Not only that, but the ranch also equips Hyrule's royal guard with the finest of horses. Every year, the royal family makes a visit as a gesture of goodwill and to ensure the quality of the steeds. Wow, I didn't know your horses were used by the royal guard? Yep. We work hard every year to make sure they're in the best possible condition. Father loved to boast about it to the other ranch owners. Ha! Knowing Talon, I'm sure he did. How unfortunate that the ranch may no longer meet the Crown's high standards under new management. The royal family has a backup, I trust. We are looking for one. Naturally, those standards are quite high. Yes, of course. Now then, please describe what you saw on the day of the incident. Very well. Oh, I missed the... What? Crap, what did she say? I hit A before. The scene behind the door. I arrived at Lon Lon Ranch a little after 8 a.m., accompanied by my loyal guards. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us. Look at her little face. Look at her face! Oh my goodness. I could sense that something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house and went inside. The room was mostly empty. There was a table with some kind of crystal bottle on top of it. But in front of the table, a terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. I was overcome with fear and I screamed. I will never forget what I saw that day. I heard that Talon and his daughter were incredibly kind. I cannot believe she would commit such a horrible violence. Slowly opened the eye. What? Oh my, you saw the very moment the victim was killed? Why? He did it. Oh, Ganondorf, that was suspicious. There you go, decisive testimony. There is no need to doubt the princess's statement. I call for the judge to make a ruling right away. Huh? Hey, now, hold on. I didn't get to cross-examine the witness yet. You haven't, fool, because there is no need. Did you not hear one word of what I said? Didn't you just say we should follow all the procedures and treat the princess like any other witness? This is the defense's right. You complete. I believe the defense has a point. They do have every right to perform a cross-examination, no matter who is testifying. I was quite looking forward to this part myself. She looks so excited. I've only ever read about court proceedings in the Royal Library. You know what? Zelda would be excited by court, wouldn't she? If it was anything like this. Yay, let's find out how this murder happened. That being said, I will not tolerate any reckless accusations towards the princess. Is that clear? Naturally, Your Honor. How am I going to cross-examine the princess? This isn't going to end well. has gotten into the prosecutor. That seemed like a rather intense outburst. Well, I do have a guess. Oh? Because of the princess's status, it's possible that Dragmire didn't have an opportunity to discuss her testimony with her. Uh-huh. That might mean that this testimony is a surprise even to him. Yeah, he did seem a little shocked. This could be my chance! Before we begin, there's just one thing that caught my attention. I believe the princess mentioned seeing some kind of glass bottle at the crime scene. That would be this, I presume. That looks tasty. Why, yes, that is exactly it. What is that? That looks like a snack. Oh, this is the bottle of perfume that father intended to gift to Her Highness when she arrived. He quickly rode out to town to get it at the last moment. We didn't know that the princess was coming instead of the king until only about 2 hours before the visitation. Oh, how thoughtful. He really did not need to bother himself so. Oh, he was so nice. As fascinating as this all is, the prosecution doesn't believe it's relevant to the case. Just out of curiosity. Princess Hilda. 14? Oh, she's a baby. Who let this baby here? That's a baby! It's good to have a full picture of the crime scene. The defense requests the bottle be accepted into evidence. I realized earlier, like not that long ago, when Link said Your Honor, I realized that all of the spelling is, Europe English, yes. I'm gonna be honest, the word defense has been bothering me because I'm like, is that how you spell defense? I'm American, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did. Bah! Desperate to latch onto every little thing, are you? Whatever. You can add it to the evidence if it'll make you happy. Oh, hey, that makes sense. Listen, I'm not gonna be here and be like, that's wrong. How dare you spell it the American way? It's fine. Listen, I can read. I understand. I have no problem with this. It just like it literally just like click like, oh, British spelling. Okay. No skin off my teeth. In that case, the court accepts this bottle into evidence. Now then, defense, begin your cross-examination. Ew, the British! So I know this autopsy report is gonna be a problem for Zelda. I believe. Listen, I am trying to put my full Ace Attorney brain on playing this because I am telling you, sometimes playing Ace Attorney just makes you feel stupid. I've played Ace Attorney where, like, anyone who's played Ace Attorney, you've had this moment where you're like, oh, I know what the answer to this problem is, and you give it the answer, but the game wants you to do something before you get to the answer. Like, you've already jumped a step and went straight to the next step, and the game's like, no, you have to do this step first. So annoying. This autopsy report is gonna ruin her testimony, though. I really, like, usually I'm not this, like, attentive to, like, my court record. I usually am like, I'm missing something, I'm blind. Alright, I am gonna probably get yelled at for pressing her, but I don't care. If these guards were with Her Highness, why were they not called as witnesses? We did question the guards, naturally. Apparently they didn't get to see anything relevant. She did a good job, didn't deserve all the hate. Oh, for Zelda's voice actress? I don't have an opinion on that. Is that weird to say? I don't have an opinion on the voice acting in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, thank you. Yeah, listen, most Ace Attorney games you can most of the time press everything and not have a problem. There's only like a handful of cases where it's like you keep doing that and we're gonna bash your head in, and you're like, okay, why are you gonna bash my head in? That seems a little extreme just for asking a question. Okay. I was the only one to enter the crime scene. After seeing what was inside, I stood guard and insist that no one be allowed inside until the Sheikah force arrived. I have read oh my god. Okay, hold on. I can't read anymore. I have read that preserving the scene is vital. Quite correct. I'm sure the guards were absolutely thrilled with this order. Please proceed, witness. Yeah, let's leave the princess in the room with the supposed murderer. That sounds great. That's a good idea. Surprised how quiet it was. Have you conducted these royal visitations in the past, Your Highness? Ah, no, this was my first one. Up until last year, my father was always the one to visit Lon Lon Ranch. However, he decided I had to start preparing for all the royal duties that await me, and so I was to do it this time. You will doubtlessly perform admirably as ruler when the time comes. What happened when you got to the ranch house? Something was wrong, so I opened the door. What if it was the Princess Tammy? And what then? Stop interrupting and let her get to the point. Defense! I believe I was clear about not badgering the witness. Drat, I need to calm down. Link, calm down. Link, chill. The room was empty and there was a crystal bottle. You paid attention to something like that after seeing a murder, princess? Maybe she wasn't pleased with the perfume. She didn't even know the perfume was for her. Well, I spent a rather long time in there waiting for the Sheikah force to arrive. Plus, that bottle is quite beautiful. It just stood out. But then she sold the murder! You were there at the exact time of the murder, Your Highness? That is correct. That is incorrect. That's impossible! You're lying! The defendant will curb her outbursts. You're addressing royalty. I was about to say balance. Shut up! Oh, shut up! Shut up! This is really bad. What now? Accuse Zelda of the crime? No, I'm not gonna do that. No. Hey, ask about the crime scene. Where were the victim and the defendant at this time? The ranch owner was in front of the little table that is directly across from the entrance door. Accuse Zelda. No! No! Why? The defendant was right in front of him and quickly fainted after her attack. A large pool of blood started forming where the victim was. Had a rather good view of the whole scene. Alright. It is as unfortunate as it is fortunate that you could see the whole thing in such detail. Now, please continue. Should I ask something else? Hey, ask about what was outside. Are you sure there wasn't anyone else at the ranch, Your Highness? No, the place looked empty. Although I did later see a worker pull up a loaded... Sammy! Sammy! No! Loaded wagon when a courier came asking about milk shipments. He caused a little bit of a scene when the Sheikah force started inspecting it. That worker must have been somewhere else on the ranch, I suppose. The ranch is pretty large. Said worker was inside a building on the other side. It's quite understandable she wouldn't have seen him until later. Drat, this really doesn't give me a whole lot to work with. I would like to press my other statements, please. Before I go accusing anyone. Screamed. Are you sure you got a good look then, Your Highness? You didn't look away in panic? The princess was very brave to take control of the situation the way she did. There is no need to doubt what she saw. Ah, yes. I suppose what she did was admirable. If only we had arrived earlier. Your Highness, don't blame yourself for this. If you arrived earlier, you could have been the one that got attacked. But oh my god, do I need to make a betting prediction? Do y'all wanna bet? Do we wanna gamble? Yay, gambling! Oh my god, okay. Who? Oh. Alright. There's, okay. We'll see. There we go. How about that? There's your options. If it's none of those, then oops. There you go, gamble away. Gamble all your monies away. All the monies, all the chat monies. It's at the top of the chat if you don't know. Gamble. The chat. I'm sorry. Did we want him as an option? Sammy, you can't say no. Don't, Sammy. So you would have lashed out at anyone trying to stop you, huh? Despicable. It's not what you meant, and you know it. Princess, please go on. Very well. Let me cheat. No, cheating on the Gamba. Oh, my throat's having a hard time, guys. Oh my gosh. I don't think my throat fully healed from when I got sick yesterday. Trust your heart, Your Highness. You know Malon didn't do this. What nonsense! Her heart? What do her organs have to do with anything? Oh, of course. Evidence and testimony be damned. Just because we feel the defendant must be innocent. Oh, well, if you're sure, then I declare today's verdict. Have you gone senile, old man? It was a joke, much like the arguments the defense has been presenting. Why do you hate me? How dare you? I don't hate you. How dare you? I love my friends. I can't believe the princess would lie like this. Yeah, it really is shocking. You don't believe her, right? Even if she's a princess, that means nothing. I missed that. Okay. To trust authority or your best friend. I'll need something very concrete to disprove what the princess is saying. Alright. I don't know if I want to accuse Zelda. I don't... Alright, you know, I'll do it for the funnies. Alright, since people wanted me to accuse Zelda... Well, if you were there alone, how can we know you didn't do it? Accusing the princess? Pathetic. Why is it not letting me bet? I don't know. Did you bet already? Who bet on the horse? There's no one else gonna bet. Who bet on the horse did it? Me! Astral! The horse did it. Oh my god. Alright, accusing the princess pathetic. The defense is truly grasping at straws. You fool! You think a child could overpound a grown adult? One who does hard manual labor every day? Sammy, why can't you gamba? Is Astral gonna just gamba away? That's it? Just Astral. Nobody else wants to gamble. Nobody else wants to gamble? Sammy, figure it out! Besides, why would the princess see? It won't let you! You have monies? You have monies? Oh, I was gonna see if I could gamba. It won't let me. It's my own channel. It's an idiot. Don't do that. It gambled, but you lost prevented me from betting actual channel points. Oh my god. God. Europeans. Why would the princess even want to take the life of a measly ranch owner? And not just any ranch owner, one that the crown had a most successful business relationship with. Idiotic. Simply idiotic. Well, maybe the crown wanted the ranch for themselves. Has the defense lost their mind? Cease this line of questioning immediately. I think the gambling is over. I think the gamba is closed. Okay. So, the only one who gambled was Astral, so if Astral wins, Astral gets to keep the points. Perhaps the penalty will disabuse the defense from further unsubstantiated accusations. No, it's fine. No? Then perhaps the defense wants to bid farewell to their head? Wow. I hear traitors are dealt with swiftly these days. Gulp. I extend my most sincere apologies. I don't know what came over me. Nonetheless, I believe a penalty is still very much warranted. Ow! My heart. Well, that was a stupid thing to say. Alright. No. I'm gonna... I don't know if this is the statement it needs to be pressed against. We're gonna see. I'm very good at I'm good at presenting things to the wrong statement in these games. Your Honor, Your Highness, I believe I found something that doesn't quite match up with the facts. How dare you question the prince? Oh, okay, shut up, Ganondorf. You will let the defense speak, prosecutor. I think I see why he so desperately wanted to prevent this cross-examination now. Ah, we both saw the error of her ways. Your Highness, you stated that you arrived at the ranch shortly after 8 a.m., correct? Yes, the visit was scheduled for 8:30 exactly, but we were quite a bit early. I see. That makes something you mentioned quite impossible. As stated by the autopsy report, the victim definitely died before 8 a.m. You couldn't have seen the defendant attack the ranch owner when you arrived? Because the victim was already dead by then! Order! Order! Yes, you've really caught her in a lie! Your Highness, what is the meaning of this? While I wholeheartedly respect and serve the crown, I will nonetheless not tolerate lies in my court. I have not lied, I suppose I did not see the exact moment it happened. I guess I only thought I did. Princess, this is a matter of life and death. I definitely saw the defendant there, though, along with the body. There's no one else who could have done it. I remember all of the other details correctly. The body's on the floor, the pool of blood. You have to believe me. Perhaps it'll be best if Her Highness revises her testimony. Ugh, that's not good. There's still not enough doubt to overturn this testimony. I have to find something else, or this case will be over. No, don't steal all the apple juice. I like appy juice. Actually, I should be getting apple juice tomorrow. Normally, I would do grocery shopping, but I have not been up to do grocery shopping, but I still gotta do grocery shopping, so I have pickup tomorrow. I get to pick up groceries tomorrow. I get to see how many of my groceries I'll actually get tomorrow. I am sorry for embellishing the truth a little bit. I did not see the actual moment of the attack. Go grocery shopping. No, I'm too tired for grocery shopping. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up after work tomorrow. I don't even need to go like that grocery shopping. Like, I still have food, but it's just like easy meals or like chips to go with my sandwich. But I had to have happened shortly before I went into the ranch house. Miss Fallon and her father were the only ones in the scene at the scene of the crime, so she must be the culprit. Zelda? Who let this child in here? I see. You only saw the aftermath of the scene, not the actual crime being committed. Very well. Hopefully there are no issues in your testimony this time. Defense, it's time for your cross-examination. Punch the Oh, dude, if I punch the princess, I'm going to hell. It's what they're gonna send me. They're gonna send me to hell. What do you mean? I'm not gonna punch Zelda. What is wrong with you? Actually, Your Honor. Drakmar still looks pretty angry. I bet he didn't expect such a blatant contradiction to pop up. I can read. If I could just find another one like that, the princess's testimony could become completely untrustworthy in the eyes of the judge. Alright, let's do this. I love the Hylian text. Punch her before she takes out more of us. Oh my gosh, alright. Hey! Why did you do that, Your Highness? There's a life on the line here. I really am sorry. I suppose I got a bit too excited about being a witness at an actual murder trial. Really now. Most people hate testifying. Yes, well, the life of a princess is rather boring, you know. This is quite the break from the routine for me. Should just get a hobby then. I agree with Link. I don't know how many times I've like looked at people and be like, you know, maybe you should get a hobby. There's a lot of hobbies out there, and not all of them are very expensive. So you could just like, I don't know, find something other than what you're doing, my dude. Why are we bullying the 14-year-old? In that case, it can't be conclusively proven that the defendant did it. Defense, did you exhaust your singular brain cell in the last contradiction you found? Wow. There's a Death Mountain's worth of evidence pointing to the defendant. Just because no one saw the actual moment of the crime, doesn't mean that anyone else could have done it. I think you're making a Death Mountain out of a death molehill? 14-year-olds do not... 14-year-old girls specifically do not deserve to get bullied. Like, putting aside, this is just a video game and this is for sillies, please don't bully your 14-year-old girls. Society bullies them enough, you don't need to add to it. Okay. Yeah, bully the boys! Listen, you may or may not bully the boys. It depends. Some of the like, there's probably some exception for bullying the girls, but most of the time society bullies the girls. Make fun of how they smell. I mean, how can you be so sure of that, princess? Well, Sammy, aren't you at work? When I entered the ranch house, the victim still had the murder weapon embedded into his body. Oh, that's lovely. What? It is obvious what that means, is it not? The killer did not even have enough time to try to hide the weapon. Yes, I have not seen the murder firsthand, but I must have been very close to doing so. Why? Okay, man. Okay, hold on. I'm being punished instead of going to jail. Not gotta squat again? How dare you make me exercise? Alright, here I go. 1. Oh, I'm doing this in jail now, 2. Why? 3. Oh, God. Man, I can't wait till tomorrow where I can't feel my legs because I don't exercise enough. Hi, everybody. I'm Fairy. I'm in jail for crimes, I guess. Seems like a very important detail. I think it would be advisable for Her Highness to amend her testimony. Alright. Don't ever question me again. I will question you all the time. It's my job. Jagmeyer certainly doesn't look very happy about this development, does he? Thinking about it? I might just know why. I may or may not know why. I don't know. I'm gonna press. That doesn't necessarily mean that my client was the one to do it, though. What if someone else snuck in before Malon and the princess arrived? Well, I suppose... Lon Ranch is surrounded by high walls, and the only way in is through the self-locking gate. Not very many people have a key to that gate, just the personnel and the crown. Well, someone could have forced their way in. Bah! If you wish to propose such a possibility, you must substate. Oh my god! It was the evidence of skipping the word. Do you have any proof that another person showed up at the ranch house before the princess? Oh, I gotta stretch. Okay. Everyone do a stretch. Unshrimp your spine. If you've been shrimping like I am. Good. Good stretches. Is it take care of streamer time? Do I? Do I have proof another? Shrimp. Yes, I shrimp. I'm sorry. I'm not shrimping now, though. Actually gonna sit in a way that makes it hard to shrimp. I'm gonna say no right now. Very well, witness. Since the defense has widely chosen to stay silent, please continue your testimony. Okay. You sure Malon was the only person there other than the victim? From what I recall, there's an upstairs room at the ranch house. What if someone was hiding there? Don't be stupid, defense. If someone was hiding up there, the Sheikah force would have found them. I stood guard at the door the entire time. No one could have left. What if they jumped out the window? Oh, a window. Do not be ridiculous. The windows are very high up. Actually, those windows can't even be opened. They'd have to break one to leave. Right. Well, this is a little more possible than the last testimony she gave. Yes, I suppose it matches the detective account, doesn't it? Still, I feel like something here sticks out like a sore thumb. I think it's the fact that the weapon was found in Malon's hands, not the inside the victim? That's my guess anyways. We're gonna see. Paying very close attention, guys. I believe I found another reason to doubt the witness's words. Ganondorf knows what's coming. It seems the prosecution sees what I'm getting at here. There was a bloody cloth discovered at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has argued before that it was used to wipe the saw clean. If the princess saw the saw, those are words. If the princess saw the saw lodged into Talon's body and the crime scene was left intact, then it couldn't have been wiped! Well, Prosecutor Dragmire, care to explain?
Thank you!
Oh, thank you for the biddies. Saw, the saw, the saw, the saw, the saw, the saw. Oh my god. This is most perplexing, Your Highness. Are you sure that's what you saw? Did you saw the saw? I hate the English language. It's so stupid. Well, maybe the princess decided to pull the saw out in a valiant yet futile attempt to save the victim? And then wipe the blade clean? That would be almost like framing the defendant! Of course I did no such thing! Did you see the saw? I made sure the crime scene stayed intact. I guess I must have made up the memory about the saw sticking out of Mr. Talon as well. Zelda killed him. Oh no. This 14-year-old girl. This is why we don't let 14-year-olds into the court like this. You idiotic girl! Do you even realize what you've done through your bumbling? Princess, get your shit together, man! I am sorry. I was just so excited to stand as a witness in court just this once. Whenever I tried telling my father about anything, he always seemed so disinterested. Oh, poor baby girl. Just this once, I wanted to feel listened to. Oh, Zelda, please don't bring your parent problems to court, please. Please, go to therapy. That's what that's for. The defendant, it is clear that she did it. I just wanted to play a larger part in her capture. I am sorry for the trouble I have caused you all. Your Highness, the court is no place for silly games. As it stands, I'm afraid we will have to strike your statements from the court record completely, not immediately. Oh my goodness. Yes, I did it. The prosecution lost their key witness. Aha! No, please wait. I have more to say. I was wrong about the crime scene, but I still have not testified about what I saw afterwards. Bah! Why would we care about that? It's best that you leave and stop damaging my case with your idiocy. We'll pretend I know how to read. Even if you are not interested in my words, you might be interested in the evidence I found. What? Huh? Evidence? Of course. While the Sheikah force investigated inside the ranch house, I looked around the rest of the ranch on my own. Sheikah, did you know about this? Of course I did. You did? Have your head for this. Impa would know. Order, order. What is the meaning of this, detective? Why have you withheld this from the court? It's quite simple. The princess specifically requested to present her finding on her own. What? And you agreed to this? This court is not some playground where children decide when evidence should be presented just because they have a crown. Says the man who is like, hey, by the way, here's this cloth full of blood. Sorry for not mentioning it. He's being rude about it, but I can't help but agree with Dragmire on this one. Also, I don't really buy this story. There's no way Impa would have allowed this. She wants to be important so bad. Believe me, I wasn't thrilled with the request either. However, after seeing the evidence in question, I didn't think it would be at all important to the case. Thus, I let the princess have her fun. This is highly, highly irregular. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Prosecutor? Bah! Naturally, I object to this nonsense. If the detective thinks it's irrelevant, then this is probably just a waste of time. All of the evidence points to the defendant. It's still clear she did it, even without a witness at the scene. I see. Defense? What do we do? If we object to presenting the evidence, then Dragmire loses his key witness. Plus, whatever the princess presents could be bad for our case, too. So we should agree with the prosecution. Well, on the other hand, we don't really have much to go on. This could be our only lead left. Well, don't keep us waiting. Surely, you won't throw away all the progress you've made thus far. What do I do? You know, I'm gonna take a moment. It's so hot in my room, guys. I'm gonna turn my ceiling fan on because it's that hot. Hold on, let me ponder. Just ponder. What do I do? I hate this. Hey, did you guys know I'm like the most indecisive person in the world? Like, I'm really, really bad at making decisions. Alright, I'm gonna request the evidence, because I'm freaking crazy. I really hope this is the right choice. I really hope it is, too. The defense requests that the evidence be presented. What? While I agree that the situation is irregular, we should still examine all evidence available. It would be silly to dismiss it as irrelevant without even seeing what it is. I do believe you have a point, defense. However, I must warn you, in order to admit this piece of evidence into the court record, Princess' statement that she found it must be admitted as testimony along with everything else she might say. Yes, Your Honor, I am well aware. The defense wishes to give the princess just one more chance. Third time's the charm, right? Of all the idiotic, foolish... Order. Very well then. Your Highness, please testify once more about the new piece of evidence you found during your own investigation. Thank you. I will not let you down this time. I promise. The princess should understand the gravity. That's just gravity. I can't freaking read. Understand the gravity of the situation at hand now. Guys, it's almost 8 o'clock at night. My brain is just, like, sliding off out my ears. I just hope this new evidence isn't damaging to our case. I hope not as well. Fingers crossed, everybody. I wish to express my most heartfelt apologies for my mistakes in the earlier testimony. Upon entering the ranch house, I saw the defendant pass out in front of the victim who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. I can feel my brain is going faster than my mouth. While I was walking near the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop to see where it was coming from. I followed the scent and found... Sorry, I got distracted by the music. I followed the scent and found a burnt out fire nearby and a small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. Here it is. The oil bottle I found. Is something wrong? Here, let me just... Girl, how is this supposed to help me? Oh no, this might actually be completely irrelevant. Yes, well, Of course there is, foolish girl. This has nothing to do with anything. Your great finding is some random fire on a ranch? Please. What next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious? Well, the prosecution will calm the fuck down. This is bad. Your Honor. Despite the fact that this is evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defense still asserts its right to a cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped. Why must you insist on this charade, defense? Princess has merely recounted the same view of the crime scene as the head detective. You haven't been able to find any contradictions in her statements. I believe there might be a way to tie the princess's new evidence into the case. Ridiculous! Regardless of what the prosecution thinks, the defense does have a right to a cross-examination. I have the right! The court admits the oil bottle into evidence. Okay, thanks. Just really hope this is a complete waste of time. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. That's cool. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? What the frick am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do with this. For both your own sake and your clients. Oh, cool. That's just... Why? This is... Alright. Hey. Oh. There's no need to press the princess on her apology. You already wasted the chance to throw her out her testimony. Yes, defense. Please get to the point. Yikes. They jumped me immediately. Okay. Was there anything else in the room? Only the beautiful crystal bottle I mentioned before. The house was rather barren. Most of her things are on the top floor since the downstairs room is mostly used for ranch business these days. And the occasional game. Ah, of course. Dad's famous cuckoo game! Yeah! The good old days. Is the defense done reminiscing? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defense behind bars. I'm just trying to distract myself from the fact that there's nothing to latch onto here. Oh my god. Did anything happen during that time? No, not that I recall. Never again. Oh, yeah, no. Never again. No more cuckoo game. Talon is dead. No, seriously. Sad. Mario died. I mean, Talon died. No, not that I recall. The guards did occasionally protest and asked me to let them take over, but I held my stance. Well, commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. I said that earlier! What if she woke up and lashed out at you? Sweet, Hylia up above. That thought did not occur to me. See, this is because you have a dumb teenage brain. Bah, of course not. Foolish girl. But the guards did stand close by. I would have been safe. Wonderful to see how much faith our princess has in our royal guard. It was Madame Peacock in the kitchen with the letter opener. Is this a clue? This is post-clue. This is after they've already figured that out. In any case... Oh my god. Alright. You didn't just go home? The royal visitation was supposed to last a lot longer. Father was not expecting oh yeah, guys, did you know there's actually a Zelda version of Clue? Like an official Zelda version of Clue? Oh yeah, did you get it? Okay, okay, me and Astriel discovered there was a Zelda version of Clue when I was over at their place for Thanksgiving, and I think you bought it, right? The same day? And I assume it got to your place You did not know this? Yeah, I don't think it's played, like, it's not played, like, traditionally, Clue. It's different. We played Zelda Monopoly, actually, while I was there. Zelda Clue seems more fun. Sorry, I'm stretching. Oh my goodness. Oh. But yeah, yes, there is a Zelda Clue. I think the idea, though, is not that you're finding the murderer. You're what was it? We watched a video and it was you're trying to figure out who is going to kill Ganondorf with what and where. I think is what the whole idea is. You gotta figure out who is killing Ganondorf with what weapon, where is it taking place. I remember, I think that's how it is. Father was not expecting us back at the castle until much later. I came to the ranch to examine the horses, so I suppose I could at least do that in the meantime. How long did it take the Sheikah to arrive at the scene? Pre-Clue, if you will. Yeah, it's pre-Clue. Pre-murder. It does not take very long to make the trip from Hyrule Castle to Lon Lon Ranch. Hi, Visage! I cannot imagine it was more than 20 minutes. We're playing Ace Attorney Zelda! And we have one of the developers hanging out with us. I have a grand old time wanting to shake this 14-year-old Zelda about. Fascinating. It is fascinating. It's fun. Can I imagine it was more than 20 minutes? That is pretty fast. Although I imagine the fact that the princess was involved helps speed it up. Slowpokes! I would have been there in half the time. Running backwards even. Ganondorf, shut the f... I suppose it's no surprise though. Hylian horses are naturally inferior to our fine Gerudo steeds. The Gerudo buy horses from our okay. Just don't bother. He's trying to rile you up. Alright. She smelled something near the silo. Yes, it's Ace Attorney but Zelda. Yes, it is. It's great. It's a mod. Oh, we're about. Hey, Visage, you came just in time for our second ad break. It's about to start. Which I will be taking because you guys don't see it, but because I'm talking so much, I do sip a lot of drink. And so that's why I constantly need to go to the bathroom. Every time there's an ad break. My favorite. Yeah, Visage, your favorite. What was the smell like? Oh, it was awful. Sammy, stop it! Never. Alright, well, thank you again for gifting another sub. Visage, you got a sub now! Now you don't have to see the icky ads. You still have to see my BRB screen, though, while I go to the bathroom. Actually, let me see if, let me see if I can get Gartic up. I didn't the first time, because I forgot. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it up. For ad. Sammy, I already said I was gonna play Sky with you. It's not my fault that your job decided to schedule you today, okay? Okay. Hey guys, Gartic is working. So you can play games while I'm in the bathroom. And then we'll finish harassing Zelda. We should have played last week. Well, last week somebody was born. I'm so sorry. Astral didn't have a choice in that. Do. I was born last week. Yeah, look at this 1 week old person typing in chat. All right, I'm gonna play Gartic while I go to the bathroom. Sammy, what was that? Why did he put cocaine? What the fuck? I saw that. ad break's still going. I'm sorry. I just saw the game end and I just had to call you out for saying cocaine. What the frick? Cocaine? What's wrong with you? Alright. Don't question me. I already told you, that's my job. Alright. We're gonna... You know who we're actually gonna question? We're gonna question Zelda some more. If my voice sounds a little... I don't know how close I sound right now, because I'm standing up. I gotta stand up again. Oh, I'm in jail again. Alright. It was awful. Really terrible stench! Surely you don't mean to say that you found the smell of horse manure suspicious? Don't be ridiculous! The smell was not coming from the horses! It was burnt from a fire! A fire, huh? Now, let me remind you, Defense, that there's any number of reasons why a fire could have been there. You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the morning. Okay. Princess! How long would you estimate the fire had been out before you found out? She's 14. Does she really know? Ah, right. There was still smoke rising out of the ashes, so it must have been put out recently. So around the time of the crime. So someone prepared the breakfast there. I repeat, this fire is irrelevant. I think he's realized the same thing I did. I feel like I'm missing something. What are we realizing? Well, who was it? Who could have lit that fire anyhow? It would have to have been the ranch worker who was putting the milk shipments together at the time. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask about his little barbecue, you might just get your wish soon. Doesn't sound like it was very appetizing. But without anything concrete to pin on him, he'll just be able to brush it off. Oop. I didn't mean to do that. Do you have any idea why there could have been a fire at a ranch that day? No, it is pretty odd. Then it sounds like it's definitely worth looking into. Although it'll be hard to link it to the crime in any way. In situations like this, getting as much info as possible is... Yeah. I did not press the last. I meant to press. Hello. Hi. Right, and she allowed you to present it? Well, I was the one to find it, and since I was going to the trial anyway. Utter ridiculousness! Yes, please make this the last time you do something like this, Your Highness. Proper procedures exist for a reason. Yes, I understand. Oh my god, I forgot Gartic is in my ear hole. Okay. Defense, I believe that is enough. It doesn't seem like you're getting any closer to finding a connection between this fire and the crime at all. No, I suppose not, Your Honor. Naturally. I've said this was a waste of time from the beginning. In that case, this cross-examination is over. Thank you for your time, Your Highness. I assume you have no more revelations to share with us? No, I do not. I really thought the fire would be important. Leave my sight. Enough. Your Highness, if you allow me to escort you back to Hyrule Castle. Very well. Now that the princess's little game is over, we shall move this along. The prosecution's stance is still the same, of course. We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant. I do believe I am nearly ready to hand down my verdict. Nope. But, Your Honor, there's nothing that definitively shows that Malon committed the crime. This is all circumstantial. There's no way she could kill her own father. Ah, that is an excellent point, defense. The prosecution has yet to elaborate on the defense motive. patricide is not something a person commits lightly. I did briefly touch on the subject during my opening statement, but naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on the matter. I would like to look at his smug face. I would like to call in my third witness. That has to be the ranch worker. For calling him in, though, the prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare. I thought you said you were already prepared. Maybe he wants to double check that his new witness won't pull anything weird like the princess did. Very well. I do believe a break would benefit us all. The court will reconvene after a 15-minute recess. Court is adjourned. Cool. This look. Hey guys, do you think we're winning? Are we winning, chat? Are we winning, chat? It's not going all that well, is it? Okay, I guess we're not winning. No, I think that went about as well as it could have, actually, given the circumstance. Nah, we're screwed. Ah, fuck. We exposed the worst of the princess's testimony as untrue. We are dead. Are we re-dead? Or just dead? Ugh, I can't believe she'll just make stuff up like that. Yeah, that was surprising. Still, the issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core if we were never alive to begin with. Aw, man! The issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core of the argument. If only there was anyone else in the house. Now, there's no need to look so glum. Imba! Detective, aren't you supposed to be escorting the princess back? The carriage is being prepared. I thought I'd drop by in the meantime. You really managed to make a Dragomir furious, you know. I have. If you listen carefully, you just might be able to hear him ranting over in the prosecutor's lobby. You can't hear it. He's really giving his upcoming witness a grilling. Expect him to try to shut you down as fast as he can. Well, that would be worrying if I had anything he could shut down in the first place, I guess. Oh? What you do? What do you mean? Oh, come on now. I'm talking about the princess's grand discovery, of course. The fire? I wasn't able to do anything with that. You really think it's irrelevant? Don't get me wrong, at present I am convinced the girl did it. We investigated and came to this conclusion for a reason. But I am willing to explore every possibility. That fire is definitely a bit strange, and I dare say it may be your only way out of this. If I may be so bold, I think you should press the next witness on that topic hard. As the only other person working on the ranch at the time, he is the only one who could have lit that fire. If he is hiding something, I think the court deserves to know. The thing is, the next testimony is about the motive. It's going to be difficult to bring up the fire again without Dragomir objecting. You'll have to make it work. As much as I don't like it, she's right. There really isn't a whole lot else to go on here. Well, thank you. Don't mention it. One last thing. You, ranch girl. Why does the Wi-Fi hate you? Because reasons. Because you put me in jail too many times. Me? Try not to hold this testimony against the princess. Believe me, I'm sure she was acting with the best of intentions in mind. You know the road to the Dark Realm is paved with those, right? Perhaps. It's definitely a serious lapse of judgment, one she will live to regret. Part of this comes from the fact that she's rather sheltered and inexperienced. After the sudden death of her older sister last year, she was thrust into the role of an heir very suddenly. Oh. There was two of them! That's right, the mysterious death of the firstborn Princess Zelda. Hyrule still grieves after the event of that day. Oh my god! Zelda died! She has a sister? Man, yeah, sudden lore drop. Hello? There's two Zeldas! knows, and yet no one knows what exactly happened. In the void of information, conspiracy theories run amok. People blaming the royal guard, the Sheikah, and even the king himself. Rip the Zelda for mockery of time. Rip. The princess will soon have a whole kingdom's worth of troubles on her shoulders. For a kingdom with a history as turbulent as ours, it's a lot to handle. The princess's conduct today probably won't help with the distrust of some people have of the crown right now, though. She's wise beyond her years. She will learn, and she will be better. I simply ask that you don't think of her as an enemy, whatever comes of this trial. She does not need more than she already has. Wow, she's so intense. I never expected to see Impa get so emotional. I guess all this is why she decided to take the blame for the princess's impromptu investigation. Detective Impa! What is it, soldier? I'm quite busy at the moment, so please be quick. The investigation team back at the ranch has just sent word of a new development. It was the other Zelda who killed Talon! Something about a milk shipment? Something about a milk shipment being returned to the ranch because of the wrong recipient address? Ooh. They're asking you to come over to see it. Oh, those idiots. I don't have time for this. Send someone else. I have to escort the princess to the castle. Roger. That did remind me, though. Took this bottle of milk from a couple of guards who were slacking on the job earlier. Here, ranch girl. Perhaps it'll help you calm your nerves somewhat. Not to worry, it's still unopened. Oh? Thank you. That's nice of her. Too bad for those guards, though. Now then, I believe the princess's carriage should be prepared by now. If you'll excuse me? I think I'm so nervous right now. Milk has just lost its flavor? But Lon Lon milk is always so tasty. Are you sure it's just nerves? Let me try some. Huh, you're right. I assume this would have come from one of yesterday's shipments? It's because you didn't pasteurize the milk, isn't it? No, I'm kidding. Probably with the investigation at the ranch, there wouldn't be any today, so maybe it just isn't fresh? No, I don't think so. It doesn't really taste as if it's gone bad. So the guard said that one of yesterday's shipments was misaddressed, didn't he? And this was all handled by Ingo, wasn't it? I think there's something odd going on. I better make some notes about this in the court record. The true culprit was unpasteurized milk all along! It's drugged. I don't know if it's drugged. Something fishy's going on, though. Something fishy is happening. I don't think that was milk. The court is about to reconvene. Escort your client back to the courtroom at once. So it comes down to this. The conclusion's approaching. Time to turn the situation around. Oh, I got my heart back. Thank you. Something Zora is happening. Court is back in session for the trial of Malon of Lon Lon Ranch. I trust that the prosecution's final witness is ready. Naturally, I have personally seen to it that there will be no foolishness this time around. Hopefully his ears are intact. As we discussed before the recess, having established the opportunity and means for the defendant to have committed the murder, only one matter remains. The matter of motive. For naturally, such a heinous crime could be the result of mere happenstance. His big ass ear. The prosecution believes the defendant had a deep desire that pushed her to patricide? I hope I'm saying that word correctly. Our next witness can shed light on the matter. Fascinating. Very well, please proceed. The prosecution calls the ranch worker Ingo to the stand. I used to think his name was Indigo. That's incorrect. Hey, buddy! Ha, it's funny to see Mr. Ingo in such fancy clothes. Oh? Yeah, he almost always just wears his work, dungarees? It's almost like looking at a different person. Well, I guess he wanted to dress up for the court, and he wouldn't want to get his nice outfit dirty by working in it. Quiet, defense. Witness, state your name and occupation. A little bitch. Oh, the music. Your Honor, your great honorable prosecutor. Every day I strive to be more like Ingo. My name is Ingo. I mind Lun Lun Ranch. Mind? What does that entail exactly? Ah, I'm mostly there to work on the structures and equipment. The owner and his daughter are the ones who tend to the animals and take care of orders. How long have you been working at the ranch? It'll be several years at this point. There have been others who came and went, but I, Ingo, have persevered through all of the hardships. Sounds like he wants a medal for it. Well, he does get a bit pompous, right? At times, but Mr. Ingo really is a great help. He built the ranch's silo single-handedly. Whoa, that's some dedication. Some dedication? Very well, given that you're clearly an important employee, you are privy to some inside information. Is that correct? Yes, the ranch owner shared all the big plans with me. He trusted me implicitly. Good grief. He used to say that we were like a big family. That sounds lovely. That sounds like a red flag that you're going to be That sounds like a red flag that you're gonna be getting loads of unpaid overtime. Blink, that's too real. Evidently, not every member of your so-called family felt the same way, though, did they? It hurts to do this, but I have no choice. Hear my story, Honorable Court of Law. I love his eyebrows. Look at them. Just a couple days ago, the owner, Talon, partly assigned the ranch over to his daughter, Malon. Talon became a life tenant, with Malon meant to inherit... Sorry, my brain is starting to mess up things. Talon became a life tenant with Malon meant to inherit all of the assets after his death. As long as Talon lived, Malon could not sell the ranch. It's simple, isn't it? The girl killed Talon to get full ownership and leave the dingy ranch life behind. It's appalling how ungrateful she is, after all Talon did for her. I love the full use of their in-game animations. There you have it, testimony from a man who just lost everything. It's truly tragic to witness yet another family torn apart by greed. We have evidence, we have the defendant caught red-handed at the scene of the crime, and now we have a motive. How do we know he's telling the truth? Bah, I have, of course, verified the witness's testimony. As per the law, all inheritance documents must be filed at the Castle Town Notary Office to be considered valid. I saw fit to prepare this for the trial. The prosecution would like to submit the Lun Lun Ranch inheritance documents into evidence. Oh, that's Mr. Ingo. Why would you? Oh, look at all this evidence, guys. Malon will inherit the ranch if she is unable to oversee it, divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees. Interesting. Okay. You should pass judgment now, Judge. The defendant has nothing. I would like to cross-examine the witness. There are a few details I feel are relevant. But of course, ask whatever you like. I, the hard-working Ingo, can handle it. Very well, defense. Please begin. Alright, Ingo, you ready for this? Okay. How long was this exactly? Shred him? 3-4 days? I'm not sure I forgot what we're even asking about. Had it been planned for a long time? Talon was getting on in years. Better take care of the matter sooner than later, eh? Malon? He is telling the truth. Father scheduled a visit to the notary office about a week ago. What do you mean by partly, witness? Alright, I have to... What was I asking about? Oh, partly signed the ranch over. Okay, and then Malon would inherit all the assets after his death. So Malon hadn't become the ranch owner yet. Wah, of course not! Haven't you heard all the stories making rounds recently? So many ungrateful brats throwing their old folks into retirement homes the moment ownership signed to them. Talon was no fool. I myself convinced him that it was the safer option. The girl was up to some... What the what is that word? Chicanery? I've never seen that word in my life, guys. I've never seen that. He could always revert his decision. That's horrible. I never do that. Have you know? I know I have not seen that word before. That doesn't mean I've never heard that word before. I just never seen it with my eyeballs. Good for you, Lai. I'm so glad that you could see it with your eyeballs. As much as I like to believe that, you did much worse. You did much worse by killing him. Children these days. You feed them, you raise them, and they pull a stone like this as soon as you give them an inch over yourself. Somebody needs to watch Better Call Saul. Is that a word they use? Is that a movie? I must concur, the younger generation is horrible. Shut up, old man. Why did he look at me while saying that? Anyway, what that meant was... as long as Talon lived, Malon couldn't sell the ranch. But why would Malon want to sell the ranch right now? Why wouldn't she want to? Why would a pretty little girl like her want to work on some dingy ranch? And this is why neither of those men are allowed to have kids. She'd have it much better if she sold the old place and used the money to move to Castletown. That's not true. I love working with the animals. I wouldn't leave them for anything. Wah! She's often slacking on the job while I, the hard-working Ingo, have to cover for her. I guess the Deku nut doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. That Talon loved to sleep on the job, too. Oh, I do recall a quite funny story about the Lon Lon Ranch owner blocking the side entrance to Hyrule Castle for an entire day once. Yeah, he does do that. The guards couldn't wake him up. Took a particularly vocal Koku to, apparently. Ah, jeez. Well, there you go. I am the real reason why the ranch has such renown. Me, the hardworking Ingo. Link, that's not true at all. I know. But how do I stop this? Alright. How dare you accuse her? Do you really think Malon would go that far? I don't want to think about it, but clearly the events speak for themselves, don't they? Why wouldn't she just wait a few more years then? Talon was getting older, perhaps she knew more and more work would be piling onto her. But really, how am I supposed to know? Ask her! That's alright. Well, if Malon didn't want to work, wouldn't she have done this earlier? As Talon's only child, she still inherit the ranch. That's where you're wrong! For a long while, Talon planned to split the ranch between the girl and the crown. He was a patriotic man. He knew how much those horses meant to the royal guard. I wish he hadn't changed his mind now. Is this true? Yes. Father's previous inheritance document did work that way. How admirable. I guess familial bonds won over his drive to help the kingdom. Truly a shame. Yes, naturally the girl wanted the whole thing, so she bided her time. I think this sufficiently explains the timing. Let's continue, shall we? Wait just a moment. There's one more problem with the timing that I'd like the witness to explain. Why would Malon have planned the murder for the day of the royal visitation specifically? More people around means more witnesses. You think she would have chosen any other day? Oh, did I forget to mention this? I overheard Talon arguing with her that very morning. She was telling her he changed his mind again. He was planning to tell the king that he'd be signing the ranch over to the crown. After the visitation was over, he'd head to Castletown to change the inheritance back to the original split. What? Despite the victim's wishy-washiness, it would appear he did make the right choice in the end. And because of that choice, if the defendant wanted to get the ranch, she had no time to waste that day. Talon, Sammy. Is this true too? Absolutely not. Father wasn't planning to do that, and there was no argument either. What do I do about this argument then? Let me just ignore it for right now. I don't want to give Ingo's twisted version of events any more spotlight than necessary. Alright, the defense will like to move on and discuss something else. Oh, the way she was arguing with him made me really mad. Alright, I wanna, there's another, this statement I want to press first. No, you hold it! That man gave everything for her! She's got so many expensive presents over the years. Just look at that golden necklace she's wearing. You mean Bowser? That man spoiled her rotten. In fact, I think I saw another present he was meant to give her on the very day he was killed. Another gift? Why yes, a little bottle of perfume, I believe. It's horrible! Talon was such a kind man. What happened to him is despicable. Sure, add it to the testimony, man. Bah! What are you doing, trying to implicate the defendant even harder? I think it's an important detail. The perfume is irrelevant. It is not! But I suppose the prosecution has no objections to strengthening our case. Very well, witness. Please add what she said. Alright. Alright. Okay. Let's see if we, this one, I think, right? This is the statement. Perfume was drugged. Blah, 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 blah. Skipping all this. Because we already read through it. The perfume was drugged? Why would you drink the perfume? Alright, let's add it to this. Let's see what happens. This argument about the inheritance, that sounds like an important fact to me. The defense requests to be added to the testimony. Alright. Alright, press. But what time did this happen? First thing in the morning. I was heading out to the silo to start the day's work. I had just walked out the front door of the ranch house when I heard some yelling erupt behind me. Do you remember any specifics about what was said? Oh yes, it surprised me enough that I stopped to listen for a minute. It was all like, I'm really sorry, Malin, but the most important thing is to make sure the king will always have a steady supply of quality horses. I don't care. What about me, father? How can you do this to me? Malin, this isn't just about you. It's for the good of the entire kingdom. But what am I supposed to do? I can't move up in life if I'm stuck on this dump of a ranch forever. I thought you loved the ranch. All the animals are here, and Ingo's always around to help out with the chores, too. He's pretty great, isn't he? Yeah, Ingo's awesome, but I still hate you for this. This isn't over. I think that's embellished a little bit. A stirring reenactment. I will keep my thoughts on the witness's acting skills to myself. So would this actually happen, though? Malin would never want to sell the ranch. Well, of course she'd say that now, you buffoon. Remember, she's under suspicion for murder. We can't trust a thing she says. Well, I trust her, but the judge probably doesn't right now, and that's unfortunately what matters. If you ask me, the whole inheritance issue could have been avoided if the crown wasn't so soft. In Gerudo Desert, there would be no question that the fortress may seize whatever it desires. That's just messed up. No matter. Continue your testimony, farmhand. Share with us the true nature of the defendant. That was very silly. Okay. Where did you see this? I think it was just lying around the ranch house. Talon probably intended to give it to Malon in the day he was killed. Do you mean this witness? Why yes, that's exactly it. Looks very expensive. If only Talon had spent as much on his salary for me, the work-harding Ingo. I get up and leave to do work at the break of dawn every day, you know. What's your relationship with this guy anyways? Well, he's been employed and living with us on the ranch for as long as I can remember, really. You know, I don't think he's ever skipped a day of work thinking about it. Not a single one? Talk about dedication. But even so, something is very much off here. Okay. This was bought just before the crime. Hey guys, this is the part where I'm stupid. Beat his ass. Dude, just let me jump over the table and just slap him. Just like... it also doesn't help that we're getting to the point of the stream where my brain turns to mush. Okay, this was for the princess. I'm gonna present this bottle. This is not for Malon. This is for Princess. We'll solve this with a duel, the old-fashioned way. Hey. Oh, hey, would I like to hit the right button? That would help. Witness! What is it? Just to confirm, you say that this bottle of perfume was bought for Malon by her father, correct? What else would it be for? I assure you, Talon wasn't the type to indulge in perfumes. Far from it. Well, you're wrong, witness. Oh, is that so? Was the ranch owner truly a perfume connoisseur? Oh my gosh, Judge. No, Your Honor. This bottle of perfume was bought for the princess! So what, defense? Sure, it's technically a contradiction, but what does the purpose of this bottle change? Yes, defense, I admit I'm confused as well. Please explain why this point is important. Earlier in the trial, Malon mentioned that Talon bought this perfume in preparation last minute. Isn't that right, Malon? It sure is. We had a gift for the king prepared when the news arrived that it would actually be the princess making this visitation. Father quickly rode out into town to get a new gift. This info puts one thing into question. Talon's tasting gifts. Oh my god. No. Somebody's movements? Someone's movements around the ranch are put into serious doubt. Someone's? Well, don't keep us waiting then, defense. Who is this person? Naturally, the person whose movements become suspect is... I'm just gonna say Ingo because I can. The witness himself. Insult Talon, please? Oh. It's too late! It's too late. I moved on. I was focused. I'm also kind of focused because usually oh really? Ooh, see guys, the reason to play the game yourself. I am kind of getting worried though because I usually end stream in about like 20 minutes, so that's why I'm like, I gotta accuse and go. I gotta go. He recalled this bottle of perfume which had just been purchased was found at the scene of crime. A crime scene that the witness supposedly never went to. You shouldn't have known about the bottle. Ah! Order! The defense raises a very valid point. Go to 11. I'm not going to 11, Sammy. I have to wake up in the morning for my full-time job. Maybe if I did not have a full-time job that I had to get up to drive to, we could do that. You simpleton, what is the meaning of this? Well, witness, did you go to the scene of the crime at any point? No, of course I didn't. I was working in the silo all day. I remember I sold the gift the day before the crime. The girl's lying. Talon must have gotten the gift the day before. You're the one who's lying. Father didn't leave the ranch at all that day. One word's against... Sammy, are you going to pay for my rent and my internet bills? Are you gonna pay for my food? Sammy, are you offering to pay for everything for me? Sammy, I'm gonna reach through the screen and shake you. You have any way to prove your version of events is true? I'll take care of you, baby girl. Oh my god. Can we find the receipt? When you buy something, you usually get a receipt, and the receipt always shows the date of the purchase. It might still be at the ranch house. I do say we send someone out to look for it. Father never throws receipts away. We have drawers full of them. The perfume one should be right on top. It has some merit. Soldiers rush out to the ranch house immediately and search for that receipt. Your Honor. Yes? What is it, soldier? We have just received the receipt from the team stationed at the crime scene. Okay. Very well. Thank you. I shall now read it out. There's a lot of writing on this. From Tingle's mysterious smells? Oh no. Yes, I think I've seen that store. It's that eccentric looking place in the back alley. You couldn't miss the blinding neon colors if you tried. It's an utter eyesore. The gall of this nobody running a monopoly on Hylian perfume is preposterous. Perhaps, but back to the matter at hand. The nerve of that thunderhead. Why would anyone ever shop at a store where the owner calls every other customer a fairy? Prosecutor! And the balloons. Oh, the balloons. That fool popped one right in my face. Oh, thank you so much for this. This is, I can't even, this is so, thank you. Thank you for giving us Tingle and the, oh my god. Prosecutor Dragmire, enough. Continuing on, purchase item, 1 bottle of Rosy Rupee Land. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh my, this is quite the price. Why I would have to. Your Honor, please. The date of purchase. Oh yes, right. Date of purchase? Why? It's March 16th. The day of the murder. Aha, gotcha. Order. Yes, we got him. Phew. I think we're finally getting somewhere. Ooh. Bah! That doesn't mean anything. Perhaps the witness briefly went back to the ranch house for something and saw the bottle then. Yes, that's it. I was getting thirsty, so I went back to get a drink. I must have seen the bottle then. Oh, come on! You think we're gonna believe that? Do you have any proof that he didn't? Well, I believe this calls for further testimony. I don't know if we're gonna get through this, guys. As the witness now claims to have visited the crime scene shortly before the murder, we should learn of his exact movements that day. Ha! My movements? Well, alright, there's not a whole lot to say, though. It's unfortunate that he managed to weasel out of that. But the next testimony will be full of lies. This is my chance. My non-suspicious movements. As was already stated, I had volunteered to work in the silo. At one point, I briefly went back to the ranch house to get myself a glass of water. I went back to the silo right after that and stayed there until the courier came. I haven't been back to the ranch house at all since then. At some point, the detective came and told me what happened, and wow, was that detective one fine woman. Oh my god. Ingo, please. I agree, but stop. See, I haven't done anything to warrant suspicion. Eat my shoes, you brat. I'll pass. There has to be something wrong in there. You can't put a flawless story together that quickly. Sorry, slur my words a little. Thanks. Why are you clipping that? Why are we clipping this? Why are we clipping? Why are we clipping? What were you doing? Working on shipments and fulfilling orders. We send out crates of milk to milk bars all across the kingdom every day, you know. Milk bars? Naturally, everyone loves a good drink, you know. And our milk is renowned as the best there is. I hear some others water theirs down. Despicable. I see. I think you said earlier that your job is to work on structures and equipment, though? Indeed. Talon and the girl would usually be the ones overseeing milk orders. However, since the royal visitation was happening that day, I felt they needed their minds unoccupied, so I took it upon myself to do it this time. After the murder, I got scared that the Sheikah Force's investigation would delay the shipment and that I, the great Ingo, would get the blame. Thankfully, it all went through fine. Yeah, and you were so concerned with sending it off quickly that you wrote the wrong delivery address on it. Bah, you Hylians, ridiculous. Getting tipsy from something like milk. Bet you couldn't handle even a sip of a Gerudo Noble Pursuit, a real man's drink. A real man's drink? Are most of the Gerudo women? Speaking of drinks, I believe the witness was talking about how he gotten himself a glass of water. Yes, of course, moving all that heavy stuff around works up a sweat, you know. I got very thirsty and... You didn't, think to just take a sip of the milk you were handling? No. It wouldn't be right. That milk was for the customers, you see. I just didn't want to get into any trouble. A truly honest man. How dare you suggest he would steal from his own workplace? Right. So what did you see at the house? Nothing much. I got my drink and left. Still had a lot of work to do, you see. I suppose I must have seen the perfume bottle then. In fact, yes, I remember clearly now. It was on there. It was there on the table, plain as day. Great. What happened after that, witness? Went back to the silo. And you were able to complete this so quickly on your own? Bah, you don't know the might of the great Ingo. Hut, hut, pow, wham! I get things done in no time. I did almost break my back getting those crates out of the silo, though. There were so many, and all so heavy. It was like a puzzle in there. Anyway, that's not important. The point is... Haven't been back to the ranch house since then. Are you sure? Sure as I can be, muhaha. You never went back in, even after the crime was discovered? Bah, they wouldn't let me in! Preserving the crime scene or some such, I couldn't even get any of my things. After I was questioned, no one gave me half a glance. I had to sleep in the stables that night. I missed that last word. Fuck. I'm moving on. Right now. Could you elaborate? She's a hardworking woman who gets to the point and takes what she wants. Not to mention her impeccable fashion sense. What's not to love? That's not the part I want him to elaborate on. Wow, he seems totally smitten with her. Sure does. I wonder how Impa feels about it. Perhaps when this chore of a trial is over, I could... But no, it will have to wait. You thought you could distract me, did you? I'm the genius ranch worker and go see through your schemes. He's sticking to that story, huh? Yeah, it was a desperate fix, but it holds up surprisingly well. I can hardly believe this is the same Ingo I know. He's usually so nice. It's time to press for my details. Piece of evidence or profile? I don't know. Guys, help. My brain has turned to goop. I can't think of what to do right now. Cool list. I gotta somehow bring up the oil, but wait, when did... He did, that was the 15th he did inventory. So the day before the crime. This is the one people get stuck on? Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, you mentioned sleeping in the blah, yeah. Hey, sure. Talk about the horses. Very well. Witness, please amend your statement. Sure. Sure. Why not? Couldn't you have stayed at an inn? But what am I, made of money? Think, boy. I'm just a simple ranch worker, you know? You lawyers always flaunting your wealth. Right. Sorry. Not actually sorry. I doubt one night would have bankrupt this guy. Just look at what he's wearing. Okay. Cool. Why are you sleeping? Hey, wait. Why are you so dressly nice then if you've been sleeping in the stable, huh? Witness, there's something seriously wrong with your testimony. I got it, guys. What are you talking about? You say you couldn't get any of your belongings because they were all in the ranch house, correct? A ranch house you were not allowed to go in? That's right. Well, that would imply you should still be wearing your work clothes. Pardon me if I'm wrong. But those, oh, you figured it out? People get stuck that you could, well, who was it? Link mentioned after going through the testimony that, okay. Hey, I got it, guys, look, I'm smart! Guys, look, I'm actually smart! Pardon me if I'm wrong, but those don't look like work clothes at all. Ah! The defense has a point. The witness appears pretty well dressed for court. I can't imagine he would want to sully those clothes during work. Well, what do you have to say to that? Grr. Oh, of course. I can explain. It's simple. These are brand new. Yeah. On my way to the courthouse, I went shopping for a nice new outfit. After all, I couldn't very well show up to court dressed like a bum. Yes, defense. Certain people have a modicum of respect for the court and show up dressed appropriately. Am I not dressed appropriately? What is that supposed to mean? This is my finest Zora suit. With what money? So you claim you bought those clothes after the crime, is that correct? Very much so. This morning, in fact. Why do I need to repeat myself? No, I don't want to accept this explanation. You buying those clothes today is simply impossible. What? Oh? How can you claim so? Defense, as you know, evidence is everything in court. Is he wearing it in this picture? He is wearing it in this picture! Hey, guys, I'm so smart. I like to turn the court's attention to this. Why, this is one lovely pictograph. Ah, it reminds me of the... oh, okay. Judge, this is not the time. What about this pictograph, defense? Well, just look at what Ingo is wearing. This pictograph is from Malon's childhood, but Ingo is very clearly wearing the same outfit he has on right now. He couldn't have bought it today! Ha 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 ha, I got you! I feel so smart. Order, I will have order! Why, the defense is absolutely correct. I hope the witness has a good explanation for this. There. I think we finally got him. There's no way he can weasel out this time. Oh, great. Oh, unless someone weasels out for him. I am not gonna squat right now. Isn't it obvious? I will squat at the end. Naturally, the witness knew he would need to wear his nice clothes for the royal visitation that was scheduled for that day. He brought them to the silo in advance so he could quickly change just before the royal's visitation's arrival. Oh. Oh ho! Oh. Yes, of course I need to be presentable after all. Can't look like a bum in front of the most important people in the kingdom. Wait a minute, this is insane. What kind of kangaroo court is this? The prosecution keeps making excuses up on the spot. Ingo is clearly lying about buying the clothes before the trial. He's definitely trying to hide something. Your Honor, surely you won't accept this blatant perjury. Accept it, Judge. There can be no other explanation. Prosecution explanation does... okay. What? That was too fast for me. However, the fact that the witness didn't simply say it himself and instead made up a lie about buying the clothes is indeed very suspicious. Defense? The prosecution has posed that there are no other possible explanations for this contradiction. May I ask, developer, how close are we to the end? Because it's 9 o'clock, and I usually end around now for me, but if we're really close, I would like to finish. 20 or 30 minutes? I don't know, only because, not just because, like, what time it is, but also, like, I haven't eaten, and I have a little headache. I have a little headache, and my throat kind of hurts. So, we might have to finish this next Monday. Oh, unfortunately, I do have a headache happening. I've been having a headache happening a little bit, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this. Maybe we finish this next Monday, and then we... Sammy, do you know if you're working next Monday? Do you know yet? Oh, it's Sammy, answer my question. Stop crying. I don't think Sammy knows. Oh, well, that's unfortunate about your... Is there a save? Is there a save on? This is fine. I'm just gonna save state it, right? Can I do that? Can I save state this? I know this auto saves, but this doesn't auto save everywhere. Or I just keep it open. It's fine. But I think I do need to stop. I do need to go eat food. I need to go keep care of myself, unfortunately. Particularly during loading zones. Okay. Thank you for joining. I was hoping we would be able to get through this in one stream, but I knew that I wasn't going to finish it in one stream because whatever the average, I usually take a little bit longer to do things. So, but thank you for joining us. It's been really fun. Hi, Sammy. Get out of my stream. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I did get sick yesterday, and so my throat got tore up. So my throat has been kind of killing me this whole stream from so much reading, but I've been enjoying this greatly because I love Ace Attorney. I love Zelda. It's great. I love it. So I can't wait to finish it. Why do you hate me? It's just you. I just hate you. No one else. No one else. Just Sammy. I'm joking. Sammy is my friend. Ooh, I hope there's a sequel. I did know that going into this is the only case for this, so I can't wait. Are you clipping me saying I hate you? Okay, everyone get out. Get out! Get out of my stream! How dare you?
How are we doing?
How are we doing on this lovely Monday? We are, we have a game to finish is what we have. We get to finally sniff out the true culprit of Talon's death. I hope y'all are ready for this. I am. I'm ready for this. We did not get to finish this game because my whole body decided to reject living. I was so mad because I really was like, I really want to finish this, but my head hurt, my chest hurt, my butt, like everything hurt. So let's continue. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue. We're gonna find out. We're gonna get you, Ingo. We're gonna get you, Ingo. We're gonna get you. We are going to get you. Actually, I save stated, right? Okay. I don't remember exactly what happened last time. What is my history button? That's not my history button. Nope. 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 I don't. Oh, that's Steam. Hi, Steam. Here we go. There we go. I was like, all right, okay. Let me do a little review. Let's see. I know Ganondorf was like, this might be a possible answer, and we were like, fucking stop. Oh, that's right. Ingo was like, I had to get a no outfit for court. I couldn't get to my stuff because I wasn't in the house. He brought him the outfit ahead of time. Okay, right. Okay. All right. What is your opinion on the matter? Can the defense think of an alternative version of events? All right. Maybe. This is big. I really need to think this through. Okay. The music. Ingo is acting really suspicious right now. He's desperately trying to patch up holes in his testimony to conceal his real movements. Why would he be doing that? 'Cause he's the murderer! Obviously! The goddesses. If it's not Malon, Ingo's the only other person who could have done this. I have to assume he did if I want to think Malon is innocent. With that in mind, why would Ingo change out of his work clothes? What happened to make it necessary? They were eaten by a cow? No. No, that's not.
Hello.
Hi, Sammy. They got dirty. Talon's blood got on them. Ooh. They were eaten by a cow. No. Maybe Talon's... Did you see your... I did see your message. I was taking a nap, and then I woke up and saw your message, and then I had to get ready and be awake for this. Yes, I did see it. So, I assume that means we gonna have some funds collabing one day? Yes? I'm gonna say Talon's blood got on them. I don't know if that's correct. When Ingo killed Talon, his clothes must have gotten blood on them. Yeah, the change is something else to hide his involvement. As long as my manager actually does the schedule correct. Oh, yeah, hopefully. What I missed? We are pondering how, to, stab Ingo. But then when the Sheikah Force have found the clothes in the house? How could they have disappeared? Oh, they were thrown in a fire! Guys, you remember the whole fire, situation with the oil, and we never figured out how that connected? That's what I think. Ingo burned his clothes. That's it. This explains everything. love the big giant ass letters. I believe I can offer an alternative explanation. Nonsense! I forgot about this asshole. Judge, the defense spent far too long sitting in silence just now. They clearly have nothing. I was pondering. I call for a quick ruling. No, let me ponder. Not only can I explain it, but in fact, the defense formally accuses the witness of the murder. No! It's simple. The reason he had to swap his outfit and why he's been lying about the circumstances ever since is because it got stained with the victim's blood. Preposterous! If there were any discarded bloody clothes nearby, the Sheikah force would have found them, and we would be trying someone else for murder right now. I can't read. Why? You are absolutely correct, prosecutor. Naturally, Ingo couldn't have left his bloody clothes lying around. And so he used this to dispose of them. He used the oil! Where's my present button? Nope. Hello. I would like to present the oil, please. The present the oil? Okay, I forgot my buttons. It's fine. Your Honor, cast your mind to the princess's last testimony. The princess's... Ah! That mysterious fire. Surely you jest! You yourself made sure we all knew how meaningless her testimony was. And yet, with this new context in mind, it gains a completely new meaning. An empty bottle of lamp oil found by a burned-out fire. Ingo used this lamp oil to quickly burn away his stained work clothes. Well, how about it, witness? My scenario explains everything. You killed Talon, and then tried to hide it. This is... No. Hold on. What drivel are you spouting here? Me? Kill Talon? You already know that's impossible. Of course he's gonna deny it. Of course he's gonna deny it. Too busy for murder? Okay. Everything you said is wrong. I have no idea what you're on about. I have an alibi for the time of the crime. I just couldn't have done it. There's no way I could have completed those milk shipments, killed Talon, and tried to hide my involvement. The fire was just made for a quick breakfast. There's no mystery there. Stop trying to pin this on poor, innocent Ingo. I will pin it on you. I know you did it, man. I know you did it. Now, I shouldn't have to remind you, defense, but you yourself were surprised that Ingo was able to complete the shipment in time. Adding even more things for him to do in that time is preposterous. That's right. The great Ingo is efficient at his job, but not that efficient. No, it had to have been him. I'm sure of it. There must be some trick at play here, some kind of shortcut. There is some things going on here with the milk shipments. If y'all remember, the shipment got returned back because the address was wrong. And this milk tastes weird. I must find it. I think they watered down the... I don't think he packed the actual milk. I don't think he packed milk at all. Alright, let's press you. Surely my scenario is more plausible at this point than those panic attempts to fix your story. What's more plausible isn't for you to decide, defense. It's the judge that makes the final call, and as long as his alibi stands, I can't imagine him siding with you. If not milk, what is it? Water? Is what would be my guess. Yes, all of the loose ends have to be tied up before the decision could be made. Witness, please continue. You have an alibi. Could you explain what the alibi is again? With pleasure. At the time of the crime, I was busy preparing that day's shipments of milk. That's hard work. I barely had enough time to get them done before the courier came to take them. The shipments were inspected by the Sheikah force as they were leaving the ranch. And as our resident detective has told us, they were found to be fully loaded up with bottles of milk. That's right. The Sheikah force itself has vouched for me. There's no way I could be the culprit. No, I disagree. There has to be a way. There must be. There must be. Would it really have taken that long to murder someone and burn some clothes? It would have taken long enough to definitely make the scheme infeasible. Completing those shipments is a rather involved process. You have to milk the cows, clean the bottles, pour the milk into them, put them in crates, and load those into a wagon. I don't think he milked any cows. I love working with the cows, but that part takes the longest because you only get a little at a time. So as Mr. Ingo said, the whole thing really does take a while. Father and I usually have to work together to get it done in time for the courier's arrival. There you go, defense. Your own client knows this is the unshakable truth. Okay, so there's no way he could complete the shipments and also do the killing. In that case, there had to be some way for him to finish the work faster. I just have to find it. The fire was made for breakfast? So he had enough time for breakfast, but not enough to kill someone? Yes, of course. The breakfast was cooking while I kept working. Then I just quickly gobbled it up. There's no issue there. Fact. Yes, I remember I even burned a bit because I wasn't completely paying attention to it. That's why I had to go get the glass of water too, you see. Had to wash it down after. What a convenient little explanation. But for all I know, he actually did cook up a breakfast on a fire of burning, blood-soaked clothes. Ew. Continue, witness. We don't want to hear about your culinary adventures. Of course, of course. My point is just what I've been telling you this whole time. I'm innocent! No, you're not. You're not innocent. The only people who could have done it were you and Madeline. And I know Madeline well enough to know she couldn't be the culprit. That leaves you as the perpetrator. Yes, yes, by now we all know how much you value your friend. Let me remind you, though, that feelings don't matter at all here. Either show us solid evidence that puts Ingo's alibi into question, or concede defeat. Also, I realize y'all can hear this, right? You can hear the game? The game's good? Yes? Yes? Thumb up? Okay. Is there any way he could have done the work faster? I'm not sure. It would be nice if there was, though. You could sleep in a little bit longer every day. Yeah, you'd think he would have shared it with you if he knew of one. Yep, okay, good. Just what shortcut did you use? I think he added water. I don't... I gotta present something somewhere, right? Should I present the milk bot? Where, though? Where should I present it? Maybe... I mean, I guess we'll... Maybe... But did you, though? Did you really complete those shipments properly? Defense, I shouldn't have to remind you that the Sheikah force checked the box thoroughly. Why am I in jail? We want Ingo in jail. We don't want me in jail. I'm the good guy here. I am trying to... What are you doing, Sammy? Trying to get Ingo in jail. They were definitely full of milk bottles. Oh, I'm sure it looked that way. What are you getting at, defense? You killed Talon. I didn't know! No, I didn't kill Talon. No! No! I'm innocent. I didn't kill him. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Here you go, Your Honor. Uh-huh. Milk for me? Are you trying to bribe the judge now? I didn't think you stooped so low. The Crown will be informed of this. Oh, it's nothing like that. All I'm asking is that His Honor try tasting the milk. Just one little sip. Yeah, we all would like to all share our saliva everywhere. Because both me and Malon have drunk out of that bottle. Would you like some of our COVID? This is highly irregular. But to be honest, I could use a drink. All this talking does make one's throat dry, you know. Oh, do I know? Do I know? You probably talked the least out of everyone here, though. Since the defense insists, I'll go ahead and take a sip. That sounded like 2 sips. Oh. Now my turn to sip. Is this what passes for milk these days? It almost tastes like water. Water? I have to agree. This is definitely not standard milk. As we've heard from the princess and the detective, Lon Lon Ranch is renowned for the quality of its products. But there's no way people would say that about milk this lousy. Bah, whatever. Milky water, yeah, it's milky water. As if the unwashed masses would know the difference between quality and garbage. Where are you going with this defense? It's simple, you see. I received this bottle from Detective Impa still unopened during the first recess. As we know, there are no milk shipments today, so this must have come from one of Ingo's shipments from yesterday. Ah! It's true that Ingo couldn't have murdered Talon and also completed the shipments on his own. Unless he cheated. Ingo watered down the milk to get the shipments done in time! Order! Order! Yes, I suppose that would work. Indeed! All he had to do is milk fewer of the cows, save enough time without ruining the taste too much. I guess he used about 50-50 split of water and milk. Yep, that is some milky water. This is... No! Talon. Let me stop you right there. Oh my god, Ganondorf, shut the fuck up. I will concede that something odd happened to that shipment. But all you have proven is that Ingo is a slacker. How dare you? Be quiet, you mongrel. Sure, Ingo watered down the milk. That doesn't make him a killer though, does it? Well, no. But now we do know that he definitely could have done it. We know he did go to the crime scene. And we know he did have the time and opportunity to kill Talon as well. Yet there is a vital element missing still. Is it the motive? Let me put it in simple terms so even an idiot like you can understand. Oh. Oh. You lacked the murder weapon. If Ingo was the murderer, then it couldn't have been the saw. Yeah? What do you mean? Why is that? It's simple. The girl's story about working on the fence is true, then she was using the saw while her father was being murdered. It couldn't have been in 2 places at the same time. Let me look at, this. There's only one wood saw. There's lots of knives, though. What does the autopsy report say? Deep irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. Deep irregular. There's a lot of. Okay, this doesn't help me. Okay. Yeah? I believe we're in complete agreement on this point. You do realize the problems that creates for you, right? I'm sure it can all be explained. Ha! As if. But very well. Then let's move on to why nothing else could have been the murder weapon either. Okay. Where would this supposed other murder weapon have even come from? Could he have used any old thing? Either answer the question in defense or this discussion is over. No need to overthink this. Anywhere Ingo could have gotten the weapon from will do. I'll worry about the exact details later. It would have come from the inventory. Have you forgotten this murder happened on a ranch? There are plenty of sharp things on site. Oh ho! That's simply impossible. We checked all sharp objects on the ranch and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found anywhere else. Nowhere else. I think, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I think Ingo sent it, this box over, this like mysterious box that's been returned. I think this has the weapon. So, hidden it? Couldn't Ingo have just hidden it? But the kingdom's best investigators were on this case. We found no signs of anything buried on the premises, and even if Ingo skipped part of his work, he still wouldn't have had time to hide anything very far from the ranch. He may be an idiot, but do you really think he would have risked the weapon being found? Now listen here. Silence! Well, I guess that is a good point. I may have to rethink this. Wiped it off. Wiped it off. Well, we know that this was used for Balon's cut. I really think, unless he burned, you can't burn, it's metal. Wiped it off? Ingo just wiped it off. But leaves traces, it's not that easy to get rid of. People like us aren't so sensitive, but other things like the Zoros can easily tell by smell. Naturally, the Sheikah Force employs people just for this task. Also, as Longline Ranch focuses on selling horses and milk, the animals there aren't regularly butchered, so there's no good reason why any of the tools would have fresh blood on them. Oh my gosh. Any implement would have stood out like a sore thumb. Well, okay, then dispose of. Disposed of? Can't Ingo have just disposed of it in some way? Ha! That's impossible. You see, no items from the ranch's inventory list were missing, and that list is indisputable. But he made the list. Ingo made the list. Doesn't that make it a little suspicious? How can you be so sure the inventory is accurate? Bah! Use your head. There is a royal visitation scheduled for that day. The ranch owner needed everything to be in order. He would have double, even triple checked that list when he wrote it. Except Talon didn't! Was it? I suppose he would have, but... No, you're incorrect, because Talon wasn't the one who did the list. The inventory list itself is false. Oh, fascinating. What exactly makes you question the veracity of this document? It would be about the inventory itself. It's simple. You only need a brief look at the inventory to see it can't be trusted. Ho ho! Can't just go around making such general statements, defense. Point out what exactly makes it suspect. Okay, this one. It's over here. Just look here. The one who compiled this list was Ingo himself. He could have easily falsified the counts as part of his plan. Got you. That doesn't matter. It does, though. It does. Nothing could have left the ranch, except something did leave the ranch. When Ingo had been able to just throw the item out over the fence. Link, shut up. Bah, obviously we searched the perimeter of the ranch as well. Nothing was found anywhere. This is the most important point. Has nothing really been able to leave? No. Something did leave. These left. Are you really sure nothing left the ranch? What about a few little shipments of milk? Preposterous. Have you forgotten that said shipments had been checked by the Sheikah force before they were allowed to leave? That's true, but there's a place the Sheikah could have overlooked. What in Din's name are you babbling about? We're talking about bog standard crates here, boy. Not exactly vast dungeons full of nooks and crannies to stuff things into, are they? Where could they have missed a murder weapon? It's simple. They overlooked... Oh. The crates? The crates themselves. The killer used a big chunk of wood to kill the victim and then nailed it. No, that's not what I... No, the weapon was definitely metal. No stray bits of lumber could create a wound like that. Plus, if the weapon was wooden, he would have just burned it together with the clothes to ensure we'd never find it. Alright, that's not... Defense, your entire argument hinges on this point, you know. Try to think through your answer a bit more carefully next time. Alright. The contents of the crate. Murder weapon was just left in one of the crates between the milk bottles. Do you really consider the Sheikah that incompetent? That would be the first place to check. Besides, do you think the murderer would risk something that obvious? Perhaps not then. Defense your okay, so... Ow. Alright, so the contents of the bottles. There's one place inside the crates that the Sheikah couldn't have checked thoroughly without ruining the shipments. Without ruining the shipments? Yeah, you figured it out, dude. That's right. Ingo put the murderer weapon inside one of the bottles to conceal it from the search. That does seem plausible. Now, wait just a moment. I want you guys to know this rebuttal mechanic definitely is nothing I've seen in the Ace Attorney games, but maybe it's in one I haven't played. But I did get a flashback from Miles Edgeworth's investigations, because you aren't in the courtroom in that game, so like the cross-examination type deal is you arguing with people like this asshole. A weapon in a milk bottle wouldn't just go unnoticed. Someone would have reported it. How could you be so sure? Do you even know how much milk an average milk bar uses each day? All those shipments have most certainly been completely used up by now. Someone drinking from that bottle would have found it for sure. Choked on it even if they took too large a swig. It would be a huge scandal. Well, he's right about that. But he's missing some vital information. He is missing vital information. He is missing that we got this. Hey, love that sound in a Zelda game. You would be correct that weapon showing up in someone's milkshake would cause quite a stir. If the milk ever actually made it to any milk bar, that is. You see, I overheard a very interesting tale during the recess. Word was sent from the ranch not long ago that one of the shipments was returned unopened due to being misaddressed. What? No! Indeed, if you recall, Ingo was the one who handled all of that. Now that's strange. The ranch supplies the same milk bars every day. Even if he had messed up the street address a little, the couriers would have known that where the shipment was meant to go. How could he have bungled it that badly? It's almost as if he didn't want anyone receiving the bottle of milk with a murder weapon in it. I bet Ingo expected this box to stay in shipment in limbo a while longer. How unfortunate for him that the postal service was on its game today. Maybe because they were worried it'll start to smell. I believe this calls for us to investigate these boxes of milk more closely. Soldiers, have these boxes retrieved from the ranch immediately. Argument complete. Hey, got my hearts back. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, he's so happy. This is slander! Why would I kill Talon? Sure, he's a bit of a layabout, but he did give me a job. Why would I want him dead? Because you want the ranch. I already know this. The motive? That's simple. Why, I'm surprised you're even asking about it. This evidence explains your motive. This one. Malon will inherit the ranch. If she is unable to oversee it, divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees. The very inheritance document you brought to the court's attention states the following. In case of the death, his daughter Malon of Lunlun Ranch will inherit the ranch, unless she is unable to oversee it, in which case it shall be divided between the crown and the remaining employees. Ah! What? You not only killed Talon, but decided to frame Malon for the crime as well, so you would be the one to inherit part of the ranch. That's why you volunteered to work in the silo all day. It gave you an alibi so that Malon would be the only possible culprit. Of course you knew about the royal visitation in advance. You knew Malon would go back to the ranch house to prepare before they arrived. A perfect setup for the royals to find her next to the body. No, no, no! What are you talking about, Talon? Signing the ranch over to me? Preposterous! You all keep using that word. Did he really not know? I guess it was Dragmire who procured the actual document, not him. You want me to... Your Honor! What is it, soldier? The box you requested is here. Already? That was quite fast. Apparently the team at the ranch had already noticed something awry with it on their own. The box arrived just as we were about to rush out a courier to deliver our message. Well, 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 let's see for ourselves then, shall we? Alright, apparently I gotta squat. Oh, hey, I think I can see- Hey, guys! Guys, can you tell which one? Guys, can you tell which one it is? Hold on, I gotta do a squat. I gotta do squats! Because Sammy's torturing me. That's 1, 2. It's hard to see. Yeah, I know, right? 3. Oh, I love the owl music. 5. I can feel my knees. Yeah, guys. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell which. Is it? Maybe the one on the right? Yeah, is it this one? Do you think it's this? Guys, do you think it's maybe this one? Over here? Maybe that one. This one looks a little weird, right? No. This one. This is... I'm joking, it's this one. Here it is from the bottle with a slight red tint to the milk. You mean the water milk? Looks like some kind of serrated knife. That explains the irregular wound pretty nicely. How could those Sheikah idiots have missed this? I'm sure the milk was pure white when they first checked it. It took a whole day for the blood to dissolve in it. Ew. Now it's bloody milky water. Ugh. Either way, no matter how you slice it, this proves my theory right. Grr. Oh, I've had it! Fine, fine. You wanna know why? You wanna know why I really killed that scumbag? Brother, ooh. Brother, ooh. Alright, we gonna see Engo crash out. He's ready for a crash out. No, what are you? So you admit it? Yes, I admit it. What would you do if one day, after years of backbreaking labor, despite putting your all into the ranch, you are thrown away like rubbish without any reason? Fired! Farewell, we don't need you anymore. What? But that doesn't make any sense. Oh, don't lie. I heard it all. I was just returning back from another day of spine-wrenching work, and lo and behold, what's this? Malon and Talon are talking behind my back. I heard it all. We'll let him go after the visitation. We can handle things without him. And so, after volunteering to work on the shipment, I quietly slipped out while the girl was busy and shagged the good-for-nothing slacker. Ha! You should have seen his face. He didn't expect it at all. So yes, Melon, I killed that lazy bum you called a father. And he deserved it. Are you saying Talon's diseased? Lies saying Talon has diseases. Oh, you never know. You never know if the Talon has a disease. Oh my goodness. Order! The witness will cease his boasting over such a terrible deed. I think we've heard enough. Soldiers, take him away. Wait just a moment. Engo. Yes, girl. What? Want to apologize for what you've done? Apologize? Me? You are horrible. We weren't planning to fire you at all. You completely misunderstood what we were saying. Guys, this is why we don't assume. It makes an ass out of you and me. What? Oh, flashbacking? We've had so much work recently. Well, you know how it goes with the royal visits. Always a busy time. Gotta make sure everything's in tip-top shape. Oh, look at them. I do worry something about old Engo, though. He's been complaining about his back recently. Do you wish he'd take a step back and relax sometime? I do wish he would. Maybe we should convince him to take a vacation. Waha! Now there's an idea. It'd do him good to just get out for... Okay. I'll discuss it with him after the visitation. After things calm down, we can handle everything without him. And this is why you behave normally and ask. Yeah, right? You don't... You literally be like, hey, I have concerns. That's... You were planning what? A vacation for me? And I did... No! No, it can't be so. Oh, you regretting it now, huh? Please say it isn't so! Oh. There's the crash out. Get his ass trick again! This is the crash out. There's always a big crash out for Ace Attorney. Giant ass cuckoo. We have witnessed today the results of a truly horrifying misunderstanding. But misunderstanding or not, what you have done is unforgivable. That was the ghost of Talon getting him. Talon was a kind man, beloved by all who had a good fortune to cross his path. His loss will be felt not only at his ranch, but all across Hyrule. The killer turned out to be an utterly pathetic man with delusions of grandeur. I mean, look at him. An utter idiot dressed like a clown. Oh, he looks so sad. Oh no, he looks so sad. Oh, he's crying. Jeez, he's really laying into him. I bet he's just upset because he lost. The prosecution's rant aside, I think it's time to declare today's verdict. Oh yeah, this is... Ganondorf is basically Von Karma in Ace Attorney. So he hasn't lost the case, and we just kicked his ass. This is just a formality, but will the defendant please step up to the stand? Young miss, I am very sorry for the situation you have found yourself in. I am very glad you appeared to have such a good attorney as a friend. I wouldn't have chosen anyone else. Aw, thanks. Oh, he's grumpy. Now then, without further ado, in the name of Goddess Hylia and the sacred land of Hyrule, I hereby find Malon of Lon Lon Ranch not guilty! Yay! Oh, it's the fireworks. Court is adjourned. We did it, guys. We saved her. Oh, she doesn't look completely happy, though. We did it! I suppose so. I guess Ingo's outburst kind of soured the mood, huh? I don't think I can ever forgive Mr. Ingo for what he's done. Her dad was just killed. Alright, fair, Astral. That's fair. Her dad was murdered by... Not even just murdered. Murdered by somebody I think she would consider as family, because he had been working on that ranch since she was a child, right? Like that, basically her adopted uncle killed her dad. Hey, how old is Malon? She is 20? Yeah, 27. She is 27 in this game. And then framed her for it. Yeah, bonus. She got framed for it. By her uncle, her adopted uncle, for murdering her dad. She looks small. And? Lie, your point? Women can be small? She's you. Okay. Alright, thank you. Alright, put Malon on my characters to cosplay, apparently. She's tall! Honestly, she's probably taller than me. She's just like you, for real, for real. Oh. Really, though? You shouldn't think about that for now. You're free! It's time to celebrate! I guess you're right. Excellent work. Is that Impa? Yeah, Impa! I knew you pulled through! Oh, thanks. I couldn't have done it without you, really. So, thank you. Now. Not quite. That's not quite right. If you want to thank someone, I'm not the one who deserves it the most. Huh? Zelda! Your Highness? Wait. Wait a minute. Actually, Impa, you were supposed to take her home. I thought you were going back to Hyrule Castle. What strings did Impa have to pull to get her here? But I realized I should apologize for what I did personally. It's an honor. Ah, there is no need to bow. Not after what I have done. Really, if not for my status, I would have probably been carted off to jail, to prison alongside that angry little man. Perjury's, pretty serious, so that's probably not entirely wrong. As usual, you don't give yourself enough credit, Your Highness. Reminder, the Zelda is 14. She's a child. How can you say that, detective? I almost condemned an innocent person to prison. Yes, there are some things you should think twice about doing in the future. But it's all thanks to you that the young lady over here finally went free. Huh? Come on, attorney, show Her Highness what I'm talking about. We're talking about this. The bottle? Well, it's true. Without this and without knowing about the fire, we wouldn't have had any proof to substantiate our claims. And really, you're obviously a false testimony. Okay. Ouch! But just stepped on my foot. Well, there you have it. In any case, I'm sure Miss Mellon isn't too upset. Well, sure. 10 hut. We have orders to escort the princess back to the castle immediately. Ah, just in time. Farewell, your highness. And so they left. Now then, listen to me. I know that I am perhaps being too lenient on the princess, but tough times are ahead. The princess will need all the confidence she can get to lead a kingdom through them. She needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions too, though. And she will. Huh? Her Highness is in for a rather unpleasant afternoon today, I imagine. The urgency with which she was just been escorted out here isn't coincidental. What, is the king going to scold her? At the very least. Now then, my duties call, unfortunately, so I must be off. Again, you did well today, both of you. I trust that I will be able to rely on you in future court proceedings as well. I'll try my best. That's all I ask. That unpleasant prosecutor seems to be making his way over here, so I'll excuse myself post-haste. Farewell. Hey, y'all remember last time when the princess came to the stand and Ganondorf said some things that were very concerning? And we were like, can you say that in a better, can you reword your words? That's suspicious. Uh-oh. You! Hi! Hello! Nice day we're having, isn't it? Tell me, now, where did that blasted detective go? To have my reputation tarnished this way by some novice attorney from the boonies. Dramatic much? He looks absolutely ready to burst from anger. Ganondorf bursts into flames because he's so angry actually sounds like a very Ganondorf thing to do. Don't be such a sore loser. You lost. Deal with it. Yeah, we got the right verdict. Doesn't that make you even a little bit glad? It really does. Yeah, I really like him just bursting into flames. Yes, I suppose there's some worth in that. Huh? What transpired is most unfortunate. I can only offer my condolences. Just remember that it was the meddling of that idiotic princess and the stupidity of that blasted detective that led to your arrest. So if you have any grievances, take it up with them. I suppose there's some truth in what he's saying. Speaking of the detective, it appears she has fled from me like a cuckoo on fire. Mark my words, she will regret that. She will regret what she's done for generations. Okay, bye. Well, that sure was something. I don't know if he was being sincere or just wanted to shift the blame onto someone else. I wouldn't say he's entirely blameless. Never mind that. Do you think you'll be alright running the ranch by yourself? Of course, I'll come visit, but I have my attorney duties too. I'll get in touch with the castle and see if they can spare some men to work at the ranch. Silly as my father may have seemed, he really did prepare me to take over one day, and he's taught me well. I'll make sure the animals are well cared for, just as I always have. That's the spirit. I believe in you. I really want to thank you for bringing the truth to light. If it wasn't for you, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Don't mention it. Don't think about it. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. And so ended a very personal case for me. It felt like a weight had been lifted off my back. Madeline continued working at the ranch, hoping to make it prosper even beyond what her father was able to accomplish. I didn't really think much about it, but the days following were some of the happiest I'd lived for a long time. Little did I know what a terrible tragedy would soon shock the entire kingdom, and I'd find myself smack dab in the middle of it. But that's a legend for another day. Oh my gosh. Hey! We did it! We did it! We did it! Next case. There is no next case. Not yet. There's no next case yet. They are working, as one of the developers visited us last time and said, hey, we are working on more. So they are working on more of this. So we should be getting more. It's just gonna take a while as usual. It was really well put together. It was! As somebody who loves Zelda and Ace Attorney, this was really fun. I like the music, like, mashups that were happening. I believe the music is on YouTube, so you can listen to it. The use of all of the, like, 3D sprites, the model is... look at all this. Look at the names right there. Gosh, this has been fun. Look, see, I told you it's a little creature from Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. What are you doing here? You're not part of Ocarina of Time. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I can't wait to see what they do. I can't wait for more. I really can't. I can't wait to see what horrible tragedy is going to befall the kingdom. Oh, there's Ingo being put to jail! Bye, Ingo. He's guilty for other reasons. Wait, who else is in this cell? Oh, is this the freaking... Oh, he's so sad. He's so sad. Oh, Ganondorf playing his organ. Of course. Of course. And the music is so much fun. I can't wait. We already... and there's some lore drop. I can't wait for the... Oh, the one guy from Phantom Hourglass. Yeah, I don't know what his crime is. He looks too cute, but... Zelda. I hope we get more lore on what's going to happen. Like... We had the lore drop that there was another Zelda. That there was an older Zelda who got, like, murdered. So I assume that's gonna be the really big case of all of this. I hope they get to expand on that. All right, ads. I snoozed the ads for a moment so we can finish seeing the end of all this. I was gonna say this is probably Malon looking at Talon's grave. Oh, oh no. The music does not. The music is a little snazzy there. Oh my goodness. And oh, you're gonna say and you? Yeah, and you, yeah. And you. Okay, so I want to know if there's other lawyers, right? We went against Ganondorf, but there's gotta be other, like, prosecutors, right? And, like, is there gonna be, like, are we gonna see Gorons and Zoras and other Sheikah? Because there's a whole Sheikah force, so there's gotta be other Sheikah, right? Are we gonna see Sheik at all? I have so many questions. But this was great. I enjoyed this. I cannot wait for more to happen. Anyone else? Any other thoughts? Anyone else have any other? All I can think of is this was good. I want more. But we will not get more because it takes work. to make things, and we appreciate them putting all of the quality into it because that's what they did here. So I am going to switch to a different Zelda. I have to be part of this trial with absolutely she gets an alter ego. Oh, we were talking Friday when I was drawing Phantom Ganons, we were talking about how what if because we were talking about this game, we were like, what if the Zelda that died, so older Zelda died, what if she's not, because if you've played Ace Attorney game, you know there is a type of character where they like lose their memory and then they come as a specific character, and then later on it's revealed that they're actually this other character. So we absolutely were like, what if older Zelda didn't die and is actually Sheik, and Sheik shows up in a future trial, but it's older Zelda and she's not actually dead. We are go for Monday. Awesome. Okay, so we definitely finally Sammy will get the Sky stream they want. That's next Monday though. That's not this Monday. Okay. I'm gonna start switching things over here. We are going to go to a different game that has princesses. And or Peak. We could do Peak, yeah. We could do both. I don't mind doing both. Alright, we're gonna switch over to